Downwind Sim, Flightwire, hello everyone, welcome. Happy Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. I think it's time to fly the 727 on another leg of the Western Airlines historic route. But first, hello. Nice to see y'all. And yes, Downwind Sim, I am working on laundry. It actually is going to be kind of an interesting stream because I'm going to have to figure out exactly how the heck I'm going to fly and do laundry. So, fortunately or unfortunately, as the case may be, no ATC at the moment, so we should be able to sort of pop in and out. And Flightwire, I think I know who I am talking to here, Walker 1141 there. Welcome, sir. I just met you en route from Seattle down here to Boise. Thanks for stopping by, man. Welcome. Good to see you, and welcome to the party. You're going to really enjoy, I think, getting to know the people in my chat. It is without a doubt the best part of my stream. It'll have very, very little to do with my flying ability or entertainment ability, or tonight apparently I'm working the hair somehow. I have no idea what's going on with the hair, but yeah, we've got all kinds of good stuff. Hey Nate, great to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's get going. We've got a 3-hour flight here, so we need to do some things. I did fly in, as you heard me say. I flew into Boise from Seattle, just making sure everything was working. Knock the rust off of things, all that good stuff. So I've got this thing pretty well powered up. I've got it on APU power, and I'm just going to try to get it basically fueled up, and we'll head out the gate here. Total fuel, I'm getting low here. I think according to SimBrief, I'm going to need what? I'm going to need more than what I currently have. 19, what is that? Can that be right? 19,282. It's a pretty good flight for this plane, so it will be pretty full. Be about the edge of the limit of this plane. And 282. Yeah, about right there. So yeah, we're pretty full, as you can see, and we'll be working. We'll be burning quite a bit of that off today. So, all right. You guys know how I am with these turnaround checklists, so expect me to miss multiple things. No question about it. I'm going to go ahead and just get the pushback, dude.
Where do you want us to put you?
We have slant pushback today, which is kind of cool. We're here at Boise. This is the Vertical Sim Boise Airport, and this is one of the routes that Western Airlines used to fly, Boise down to George Bush Intercontinental Airport. So we've been, let's see, heck, where did we start? I think we started in Salt Lake, went to Vegas, went to San Diego, went up to San Fran and Portland, and then back down here to Boise. So we've been flying around. It's been a lot of fun. This is just a fantastic airplane and a really fun series, and just happy you guys are along for the ride. You almost crashed 5 times. The gusts were flipping you. Oh man, doggone it, that's no good. That's no good, Nate. Well, I'm glad you made it in safely, and glad you're able to tune in. All right, so I've got all the power, everything going. Galley power's on.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
Yeah, we're on APU power right now. And just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Galley power's on. Packs are on. All the bleeds are on. That looks good. Nav. I think I left the nav and the beacon on. Yep, even left the logo light on there. That's cool. This is, yeah, fly-by-wire. This is the, Nate, this is that 727 that we were talking about. This is the FlyJ Sim 727. This is the 200 variant, so this is a little longer than there's a 100, a 200, and a 200 freighter that comes with the package, and
And bypass pin
uh,
triggered. Release the brakes.
just an amazing and super fun plane to fly. So yeah, I'll give you a little tour as we get set up here. Passenger signs are, I left them on. I think I should not have, but yeah, they're on. That's okay. Window heat, we can turn that back on. Get that warming up here. The radios are set, unfortunately, like I said, right now. 2280. We did have really good ATC coming in here. That was nice, but they'd been on for a while. They'd indicated that they had been on for a little while, so I totally get that. Here's the flight. Let's jump over here because I do need to set some nav radios. We're out of here on the Boise 3 departure, which takes us basically down here to the southeast. Um, it's we got to do a little bit of a loop down here to the south. There's no great airway to connect us straight to it, unfortunately. But um, coming in on the what are we coming in on the Rice 8 arrival. So it's a busy flight plan, as you can see. Lots of VORs, lots of stuff to keep us busy, which is cool. That's what I like, especially if we don't have ATC, because we'll have stuff to talk about. And we'll have a lot of navigating to do, which will make this 3-hour flight actually seem a lot shorter. That's what I've found anyway. But what that means essentially to begin with here is we need to figure out what do we need to do with this departure. Now I know from flying in here that we're going to be departing to the southeast 0908. We're going to be working off the Boise VOR 13.3, and we're going to try to pick up this outbound radial 0908, so just slightly southeast. We're climbing to 16,000 or lower if assigned by the Boise crew, but there's nobody here in Salt Lake, so we're going to just go ahead and we'll actually climb all the way up to our filed altitude, which is 310. I can't talk today. We would expect radar vectors filed, approximately when we get basically handed off from tower to departure. But again, we will just vector ourselves, and really all we're doing here, guys, is we're just going to vector down to the Twin Falls VOR 13.1. So we'll work off of Boise 13.3 and we'll go toward Twin Falls 13.1. So let's get that set in there. So the 727 is pre-737. That is correct. It is. I'm sorry, I misread your comment there. I was kind of trying to multitask, but yeah, the 727 came out first, then the 737 came out after that, and there are quite a bit of similarities. The 737 is obviously has a lot of the avionics that you're going to see back in the engineer's panel. It's built into the overhead so that you're able to fly that plane with 2 pilots instead of 3. This plane needs a 3rd pilot because it's, well, I'll show you the engineer's panel, which is awesome here in just a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. So a lot of people joke the 727 has 3 engines and the 737 has 2 engines, but you're exactly right. It's all about the order in which it was in which they were developed. All right, altimeter setting here. What do we have? SkyVector tells me, I don't have an ATIS right now, but SkyVector tells me winds 140 at 16, 10 statute miles clear, and 2994. So let's get that updated. That's changed a little bit. It was 3003 when we got in here. So 2994. I feel a sneeze coming on here, guys. We normally would set that to whatever ATC would tell us, but again, no ATC, so we're just going to go right on up. And all right, let's see. Heading set. We will, we're going to come off of runway 10. Let's see, we'd probably be 10 left. So that's the heading's already set from when we arrived here, and the same thing with the course. It's already set But again, what we're looking for on this Boise 3 departure is a 0, 9, or 8 heading. So I'm going to go ahead and set that, kind of preset that right now, and we'll fly the heading bug for a little while as we climb out and get everything stabilized, and then eventually we'll look to intercept this 0, 9, or 8 outbound heading. After a bit, though, we're going to turn a little more south to go towards Twin Falls, but we'll tackle that when we get everything, like I say, kind of stabilized and get going on the climb and all that good stuff. All right, I do need to set the trim. Just make sure that's set where it needs to be. Good. It's a flaps 15 departure today. Our speed bugs are preset, and yeah, we're ready. APU is already going. We can go ahead, since we have the APU going, go ahead and start our pushback here.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Got real time, real weather. It's a beautiful day here in the Mountain West, and really excited. Oh, I don't know why. The pushback should have disconnected. We're breaking the gate. It should have disconnected. Sam usually disconnects when you hit the parking brake, but it didn't there. So sorry about that, Boise. Send Western Airlines the bill on that one, and we'll happily reimburse you for damages. Pack's coming off. Galley power is going to come off just for a minute here. Sorry, you're going to have to wait on your coffee. All that stuff is good to go. We're going to go up here, start number 3. So here you go. Here's that engineer's panel we were talking about. I've got starter valve on number 3 open, which is good. And then I'm looking down here to the N2. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm looking for 20%. It looks like we got somebody maybe loading up here to fly along with us. That'd be kind of cool. There's 20. We'll introduce the fuel. And all this stuff comes to life. So we're looking for fuel flow. We're looking for the N2 to rise. We're looking for the exhaust temp, the EGTs to rise. Here's N1 coming up. And then there's the EPR coming up. All that stuff is coming up. And something kind of funky is happening here. I should have actually low pressure. And I know I have a good start when the pressure light goes off. But again, sometimes weird things happen when I do the turnaround. Rock Valkyrie scared the crap out of me, dude. I gotta turn that volume level down. That gets me every freaking time. Good to see you, Rob. Skull, welcome, man. I'm gonna get you one of these days, Mr. Valkyrie. All right, there's the engine. Got a good start on number 1. Let's get the brakes started. I feel like I've copied and Conti on that. I don't intentionally. Like, I don't know why that's so dang loud, but it just is. It gets me every friggin' time, but that's all right. Nate's saying, if I know the 737, I could fly this bird. Absolutely. Absolutely, 100% you could. All the Boeings are really very, very similar in many, many regards. The thing about the 737 that's nice is just you have all of the heading and course stuff up here on the glare shield, which is really nice. This plane, you have to kind of be looking down here and fiddling with stuff down on the panel or the pedestal. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage. Well, and then, like I said, all the fuel management stuff is over here. And I mean, anyway, but it's cool because history, right? Rob, how are you, buddy? Happy Saturday, man. Good to see you, dude. There's a good start on number 2. Let's go to number 1 here. Again, looking for the starter valve open. N2 is N2ing. Spin it up. And again, if we can get 20%, we can introduce fuel. There's 20%. Come down here to the fuel lever. And we're good. Yeah, man, you flew with the pilot club up there to Juneau. Yeah, I saw you working, helping out Tommy. That was really cool. I love that little approach, man. That kind of coming around the coming around the hillside like that, it's a lot of fun. No question about it. All right, we've got good engine start. Here's something else that's a little bit wonky is I should have, like this should not be on right now. I'm armed, I'm clearly armed, but it's telling me I'm unarmed, so I don't know why that is. So perhaps I have something electrically incorrect. Oh, you know what? I bet I tied the buses here. Um, There we go. Tie those buses. And no, I didn't tune those in this time like I do sometimes because I've already. Once you tune them in on that first startup, you don't really have to work through that frequency tuning process. Although it's kind of fun to do it. This needs to go to. No, that needs to stay on normal. 3. I just need to check one quick thing here, guys. 310 is what we're filed to. Let's change that, and then. Anyone know the altitude for George Bush? If you said 96 feet, you are correct. Spin that down to 100. Put that on flight. Let's come down here. Everything is golden. All my fuel pumps are on. My hydraulic systems are on. I don't have fuel heat on quite yet because it's a pretty nice day here, so we're good to go. Yeah, thank you, Nate. Some people don't get that, but now that I've heard that guy, I can't get him out of my head. 20% and 2. I love that guy. Love the flight engineer. All right, let's see here. VORs are set, altimeter set, heading, altitude, trim, EPR. Let's just double check. EPR should be set to. This is a nice tool that comes with FlyGSM. They're calculating automatically 2.14. And so we come up here. Yeah, it's pretty close to 2.14. That's good. It looks like rotation speed is 134 and V2 is 146. So I am going to climb. You have that 7.4. That's a great plane, isn't it, Nate? That's a fantastic plane. All right, and yeah, I like to set my initial climb out speed at 200, and then we kind of go up from there. So some people will set it N2 plus 20. And yeah, Hawker, what's up, my man? Yeah, we're in the old 7.2 here doing the historic route. Great to see you, my friend, and welcome aboard. Okay, let's come back over here. Let's get I can turn the APU bleeds off. Packs can come back on. Galley power can come back on. We can make sure that this is track and essential power here on the Jennies, which everything looks good there. We can go ahead. Clock's ahead tonight. That is exactly right, Rob. Don't be that guy that is late to church tomorrow. I've been there. Been there, done that. Essential power, galley power packs, bleeds, boost pumps, cross feeds. I think we're about ready to rock and roll here, everyone. Taxi lights, runway turnoffs are coming on. We'll leave the strobies off for now. And we'll make a little radio call. Let me make sure that my track IR is tracking IRE. Oh, that looks fantastic. Yes. Taxi brief, we're going to head down, make a right-hand turn on to Alpha down to 10 left. It's Alpha to Whiskey. Boise traffic. Western 816 is coming out of gate 22. We're going to be taxiing runway 10 left, Boise. And we're moving. Boy, we're heavy. She's a heavy, heavy lady here. If you don't have this, by the way, yet, it's, again, vertical sim. really a fun area for us. I say us because I have several of my bush hooligan friends that are here in the channel as well, and we a lot of times will use Boise as our jumping off point, our launch point to our various Bush League adventures. It's pretty close proximity to the Frank Church Wilderness. If you were to look off our left-hand side right there, you would see the mountains. And those of you that understand or know much about bush flying, you'll recognize names like Johnson Creek and Lower Loon and things like that. So this is a great place to spawn in and kind of take off from, and then come back and pile in when you're all said and done. But it's nice to have a high quality pay-where scenery for the area, no doubt about that. All right, back in the cockpit. Down we go. I'll just give you a little sense of what it looks like. I've been here once in real life. No, I take that back. I've never been here in real life. I was thinking of the Salt Lake City airport. This one is one I've not been to yet. What I do like about this is he's done some of the area, the surrounding area as well. Not just the airport itself, but some of the town, which is again really cool. You guys all know Vertical Sim and the work he does. On the other side, more of a general aviation area. Although down here, this is oftentimes where we'll spawn in, is this north end of the airport on the north, the west end on the north side. I think there's like a little FPO right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's where we like to spawn in. And one time, I can't confirm this, but somebody took off right from the ramp area there, so I heard. Anyway, certainly wasn't me, and it wasn't in a PC-6. That was a windy day, in my defense. I think it was in a PC-6. And we're getting a little bit of wind here, I tell you what. That was kind of what Nate was referring to when he came in. The winds were blustery. So we're heading up to Whiskey, and then we'll make sure everything is ready to go, and we'll be on our way. Again, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. It's been a really good Saturday here. Got some great news to share, and I will share that as soon as we get in the air. Let's stop right here, and let's do kind of our final checks before departure. Landing lights are on, strobes can come on. Auto brakes we're going to set to RTO. And again, we're looking, this is a 10,000 foot runway. It'll be an EPR 214 departure, flaps 15, which flaps 15, and they are currently set. If we don't have airspeed by the second taxiway echo, we're going to go ahead and go rejected takeoff here. If we hit 120, we're going to rotate at 120. If we hit 120, we're going to attempt to climb to 1,000 feet. If we have any engine trouble, we can land pretty much straight ahead. We'll have to turn slightly to the south to avoid the mountains, but we could land. There's really a lot of empty space in front of us. If we can get to 1,000, we'll troubleshoot and come right back here to Boise, or if we're far enough ahead, we can make it to Twin Falls, which is en route. Is our departure check. We're going to climb up on runway heading. We're going to try to intercept this outbound 098 radial off the Boise VOR. As soon as we are, I'm going to just call it through 8,000. We're going to turn right and pick up the 113 outbound to Twin Falls, or maybe we'll just go direct Twin Falls. Twin Falls is in 101 miles away, so we have plenty of time to get all that taken care of. Like we're saying, the 7.3 or 7.27 looks easier now. It's always been scared to try it. Yeah, no, it's the thing about the 7.2 is this engineer's panel, right? And it once you kind of get the hang of it and just realize that it's everything that's up here on the 737 is just back. It's just back here, and once you figure that out, then it's really like most of the stuff in the engineer's panel is kind of done once you get the plane started. Boise traffic, Western 816 is departing runway 10 left. Will be straight out departure to the southeast, Boise. Hey, Rob, thank you so much for the gift sub, man. The gift ascription. By the way, Nate, that's my grandson that you're hearing there. And normally, I've kind of been a bad host here, but normally anytime someone activates one of his little sound clips, I try to give you a good old Nordic toast. But first of all, I don't have a beverage. Secondly, I've got my hands full. So I'll get in the air, and when I go to check laundry, I'll come back with my usual beverage of choice, and I will give you guys all a right proper welcome and skull and all that good stuff. But thank you, Rock Valkyrie, longtime old dear friend who potentially I'm hoping is still thinking about coming my way, maybe for a little real life visit to my my hometown. That'd be really cool. So it'd be great to meet you in real life. All right, I see 10 left. Here we go. Got 3 good engines. Slight nose down pressure. And the takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. Check. V1 and VR. We're heavy. We are heavy. Positive rate. You're coming up. Right into your living room. Flaps 5. Trying to pitch for 200 initially here. And there, the VOR is flipped over. I've kind of fallen a little bit off my heading here. That's okay. Come to flaps 2. There we go. We're on heading now. Here comes that VOR. Just about to 200. Flaps are cleaned up. Doing good. Climbing almost to 200. Come down here. We're going to turn the autopilot on. Oops. No, we're not going to turn the autopilot on. Hang on for a second. Was not liking the autopilot for some reason. Oh boy. Well, if we don't have autopilot here, guys, this could be a long 3 hours of hand flying. Well, that's okay. For now, we'll go ahead and track the outbound. That's interesting. I wonder why it's not liking that. Okay, gear is stowed. Put the auto brakes away as well. Whoop. Interesting. Yeah, it's not wanting to do that. Huh. I'll be darned. I wonder why. I tell you what, every time I do something where I try to do a turnaround as opposed to a cold and dark start. I kind of get this that happens to me. Yeah, downwind sim. It is. I still think my Sam Seasons is making it look like winter time. So, all right, let's come back over here. Let's take a look. Everything is showing like it should. I don't see anything crazy electrically. So for the life of me, I don't know why I wouldn't have the ability to flip it over to autopilot. Interesting. Interesting. All right, well, we're flying. We're doing good. We're 10 miles out. We're climbing through 10,000. Let's go ahead and turn all this off. If I have to hand fly the whole thing, so be it. Did I switch the autopilot on the glare shield? No, I never really do. I never really do put it like just the flight director. You talking about that? I don't really ever mess with that guy. The only thing that is going to be kind of rough is his holding altitude here. All right, so we're slightly pitching down, trying to get. This is a good thing, trying to get 250 on the climb out. So that's good. That's good. All right, let's come back down here and let's just see. Do I have something wonky with the trim? Maybe no. Boy, it does not want to let me engage that. Oh, that's really wild. Okay. I can't say I've ever had that problem before. Well, this may truly be an old school flight because this might be 100% hand flown, which not a big deal. I don't mind that, but it's going to make it tough for me to check on the laundry. All right. Well, I was gonna actually turn direct Twin Falls. So Twin Falls, I have that dialed in here, 13.1. So I'm gonna flip the nav frequency over, and I am gonna just dial it in, spin it direct to. That's what so I need about 120. And yeah, we'll just keep climbing. We'll just keep flying it. It really is a fun plane to fly by hand anyway, so kind of leveling out, trying to gain a little airspeed here. And it'll start to pitch back up. And we're looking at 76 miles. And man, like I said, I really don't know why. That is very, very interesting. Apparently I've not shut it down correctly or something. God, what in the world would be causing that? Oh, you know what? I don't have pitot heat on, or the probe heat's on. All that stuff up there looks fine. This is all good. This is all good. Yeah, that's a head scratcher. Well, if anyone has thoughts, try turning the flight director and then engaging the autopilot. Okay, now let's see here. Let me get back on course. So I don't even know. I'm just trying to go nav mode here. There is altitude hold right there. I guess I could. Actually, I've never used that, but let me see. Let me point it in the direction I want to go here, and let's see what happens. Nope, that's not love and life either. Well, there you have it, folks. We're through 18, so let's go 2909 And as you can see, we're not doing a super good job of tracking that outbound ILS there. Is it in turn mode? Nah, it shouldn't be. I don't think it's in turn mode. Kind of looks like maybe it is, though, honestly. Maybe I have, maybe I bumped that somehow. Hey! And I want to go indicated airspeed mode also. Nice find! Nice find, Nate. Thank you so much. I must have bumped that somehow. And, it wasn't liking them. It must, that's a flight surface that it must has to be perfectly aligned. All right. Well, hey, you're going to fit right in there, FlightWire. Oh man, we're going to get contacted by ATC as well. Very cool. So all kinds of good things are happening here, man. We're back on autopilot, and the Salt Lake Center is on 2275. Let's get that set up. Let's go talk to him. By the way, just so you know, Nate, I encourage backseat piloting. So here's what we're doing. I have, basically, I'm just trying to go direct to the VOR, so I'm just spinning my course knob, and I'm going to go ahead and jump over to VOR, or to a nav loc mode. So we're out of heading mode, and we're on our climb up to 310. I've spun the speed bug up here to 250. It's going to level off a little bit, get some power going, and we'll be popping up to 310. And then I'm going to arm the altitude, and I'll try to talk to ATC. Salt Lake Center, hello, Western 816, 24.4 climb at 310. Yes, Western 816.
Western 816, Center Squawk 6065.
6065, Western 816.
That was 141 radar cuts, like 50 miles northeast to 7 VOR. Had to set to maintain 5000. The Missoula altimeter 2983 with more than 1 hour old.
Okay, there you go.
Go down to 15,000.
So again, all this flight director stuff, by the way, I've never really, like,
what are you planning to fly
it'll put a little bit of this up, but I kind of almost like it off, and just fly everything down here based on all this stuff.
I'm assuming you're direct WEDAC at this time?
And you can adjust the course and the heading mode just right down here in front of you, which is nice. This is the DME to the VOR that we're heading toward right now, which is Twin Falls. So here we are. We've departed Boise, and we're heading down here. We flew out of here kind of more like eastbound, and then we turned. And we've not exactly picked up this 113. We're just going direct to Twin Falls. After Twin Falls, we're going to be outbound 112 to Wasatch. So I'll put yeah, thanks for hopping on, Western 816. Do we need to pick up an IFR clearance with you, or are we okay? All right, so I beat you to it, downwind sim. With you, somebody give me an exclamation point. With you.
6011.
Downwind sim, he's fast about the map, but will he do with you?
601.
Oh no, he's timed out because he tossed it out there. All right. He kind of cut out a little bit himself, but I think what he told me was since there's nobody south of Salt Lake online right now, it's no big deal. But All right. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up.
Yeah, once
s-
contacts, yeah.
We're going to come off of the Twin Falls VOR, which is 33 miles. We're going to come off of that on a 112. So I'm actually going to tune that in right now. So there's 100. Sorry, right there. 112. So we're gonna, it's a little bit of a left-hand turn. Boy, thank you, thank you. He's breaking up big time, isn't he? Just me. And then Wasatch is the next place we're going, so we're going to put this down here at 1680.
Any aircraft on the frequency hear me just fine? You're kind of going in and out there, boss man.
Yep. What I like to do is I like to put the nav2 on my next frequency. And the thing about this plane that makes it so much fun to fly VOR to VOR is here's my distance to the nav1. So that's the VOR I'm inbound to right now, Twin Falls. And then this is the distance to Wasatch, which is the next one that we're going to. DME2, DME1. Got some awkward radio chat going on right now.
10 verify direct Zions, resume departure at normal speed.
Well, I tell you what, I've flown this plane a lot, and I just learned something new today. If you are attempting to engage autopilot and you don't have your turn centered, it will not let you. There's 1,000 to go. We'll level off, and then we're gonna shoot for. We're gonna fly it pretty fast today, since we don't have a lot of ATC here. We're gonna probably push it up there about Mach 0.85 ish. How did I get into flight sim? Yeah, my grandfather set me in front of a simulator when I was 8 years old, and I just never got out of the chair. It is downwind sim. Here's what happened. This our new friend to the channel, Nate Flywire. Nate recognized that down here I had this turn knob slightly off center, and sure enough, when I centered that baby up, the autopilot engaged, slick as a whistle. So I'm pretty happy. And then Salt Lake Center came on after that, so life is good. Okay, we're leveling out, and I am going to set the APR at about, let's start with 180, and let's just see kind of how that goes. Keep an eyeball on the speed here, and it has a tendency to kind of creep up sneakily. Doesn't look like it's moving, so I'm gonna try. How about 190? And let's just see what happens here. Again, I'd love to be up here like 0.82, 0.83, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we'll come back and check on that. I think that'll slowly climb up and do what we want. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying there, downwind sim. But yeah, so that's my story, Nate. If you read I've got a little bit of a description in the about section of my Twitch channel that pretty much explains it. And like most of us, we're just av geeks. We love aviation. Steve, what's going on? Oh, I need to go get something to drink so I can toast you guys. Well, I do have my ale horn, even though it's been retired. So, Skull, welcome. Great to see you, Steve-O. Yep, no auto throttle in this bad boy. It's the perfect plane for somebody like me that has a little bit of attention deficit disorder, because you're always having to fiddle with stuff. Ooh, okay, we just blew right through the VOR, so let's go ahead and hop over to heading mode here. And then we will adjust. Again, we want to be on an outbound course. of 112, so that's about right there. And I've kind of turned it past because I think we probably were a little late on that turn. Oh, we're not going to be too bad actually. So here comes the needle. Go right back to VOR mode. And so yeah. So again, if for those of you that maybe don't do this very often, this little needle in this plane shows you the direction that you're heading, and then this tells you if you're heading towards or away from the VOR. So since we just flew over that Twin Falls VOR, now it's behind us by 9 miles, and we're trying to fly away from it on this 112 heading. Now you can see we're kind of banking back and forth, and that's because I did a terrible job of transitioning from the inbound to the outbound. Expect that. That's going to be a common theme tonight.
170, descend via Delta 6 right,
Now,
heading south cycle to 3015.
this leg is 149 miles. So we are now on this Juliet 1-2 airway. So sometimes there's a changeover point where you stop tracking outbound Twin Falls and you start tracking inbound Wasatch. There isn't anything here listed on this particular airway, so we're just going to cut 159.5 and we'll flip over at the halfway point. So half of 150 is what, 75? Steve spent the entire morning futzing with the X-Plane 11 to try to sort. Oh, you're still having that? Still having that issue? Doggone it. Yeah.
That's 11 Raider, that's like 7 miles northeast of Gillette VOR DME.
I hope your GPU isn't starting to fail or something, Steve. I'm sorry you're still having problems with that, man. Oh, you got it sorted? Okay, good. Alright, so we're 20 out again. We're looking at 75. We'll flip it over. And I want to, please, let's make sure we have Wasatch 1680, that's set there. Okay, yep, and we're tracking it on both navs. So we're 126. Yeah, that looks good. Just got to make it till May. It's definitely showing its age. Oh, are we looking at potentially a little upgrade there, Steve? That'd be awesome. Just in time for X-Plane 12, right, dude? All right, top of climb. Let's go to the Volanta top of climb report. Let's see what we have going on in the world of VATSIM. Here's us flying a rather unsteady, shaky initial part until about right here when we did get online here, or we did get the autopilot online. This is where we did a bad job. Here's the VOR. This is where we did a bad job of intercepting the outbound. But yeah, basically we're going to head toward Salt Lake City, and then we're going to head down here. I tell you what, looks like we've got good ATC coverage at least into New Mexico. And then we're coming down into this area here. So for the vast majority of our flight, we're going to be in pretty good shape. We'll go over Salt Lake City, we'll go over Albuquerque, and then we'll kind of come in here from the west into George Bush. Well, that's down here. So anyway, I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe Fort Worth will come on and we'll just have a fully covered evening. That'd be all right. By the way, there's a gentleman we might know up here, Mr. Original Darkwind. He's flying the
127.65 Wisconsin 197.
This is the Citation, I believe, BizJet. And then we also had a St. Louis boy that was buzzing around in the Mad Dog up here, but it doesn't look like he's online right now. But yeah, pretty good coverage here. Kind of starting to crank up on a Saturday night. I don't know if there is an SNO anywhere. Does anybody know? Is there an event tonight?
November 7661 Whiskey. Sorry about that. A little bit of delay here.
Oh, you know what? There is an event. And guess where it's at?
No worries. Take your time for 61 Whiskey.
Fort Worth. I almost 100% think that initially when I planned this flight, I must have known that. So sure enough, just like clockwork, excuse me, there's Fort Worth. Who do we have down here? Wild Dog 6. Awesome. Wild Dog 26, sorry. Yeah, everybody in green. Our Volanta friends. Anybody abroad? Not seeing anybody abroad right now.
661 Whiskey,
But, yeah, the U.S. is starting to get
ready to copy.
things fired up here, man. Flywire flew an Air Force 707 full-size sim years ago on base here. Holy moly. That would be freaking cool, man. Holy cow. How we doing? Speed-wise, I think we're pretty good. I'm going to leave it at about 1.9er on the EPR. I think that's going to get us where we want to go. What'll be funny is X-Plane 12 running better because you don't need all the plugins and mods. Yeah, Steve-O, I hope so. I'm a little bit concerned because Austin did say, yeah, we're going to optimize a lot of things in X-Plane 12, but X-Plane 12 is going to be designed to test your GPU. That was like his quote, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. I better have an extra fan or two blowing on that graphics card so it doesn't melt. Fixie, indeed, 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 my friend. And I had the APU going a little bit too there, Brett, just so I get just a couple extra knots. Look at that Western Airlines livery. How could you not love the swizzle stick? Oh, what I wouldn't give for one of those plastic swizzle sticks that they used to give out when I was a kid flying on. I didn't fly on the 7.2, but they had the 737, and every time, you know, I was big time. I'd get the 7-Up on the rocks, right? And they'd always give you that swizzle stick. I must have had a dozen of those things as a kid. They probably sell them on eBay or something now, but getting a little wing flex because we're pretty heavy right now. All the pilots are apparently back talking to the stewardesses or using the bathroom. Yeah, keep that APU burning. Good fixins. You remember the time that the Sline Alpha and I were doing shared cockpit, and we sat on the ground at Denver. It was an event. We sat on the ground forever at Denver. We had all 3 engines running, and unbeknownst to me, and I was the first officer, so it was my job to keep track of all that fuel burn stuff. Anyway, we got going, and about halfway through the flight, I realized we don't have enough fuel to make it. We were trying to go to Seattle or something like that. We had to divert. I think we landed in Boise. But does it have the same engines as the MD-88? That is a great question, Nate. I honestly don't know. Do those, whatever the JT80s or whatever, I'd have to look that up. I don't know off the top of my head. Alright, Downwind Sim, I'm on it, man. What do we got here? I need a sound command. Okay. Alright. If you get Annie West to do a sound command, then I absolutely 100% will set it up there, Downwind Sim. You make that happen and I'll make it happen. Steve and Good Fixins. Oh, she did. So that is, okay, hold on here.
Annie West reminding you to read the chat.
I'm making that happen right now as we speak, guys. Okay. Let's see here. I have to... It's going to take me just a second here, guys. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Downwind Sim, that you have that already done.
It's 11:56. Can you receive voice?
All right, just give me 1 second. I'm working on it. I'm going to make that a command, a sound command here. So that's downloaded. I got to put that Got to put that. Oh, it's a file type that I might not be able to use. It came over as an MOV. Hope I can use that. We're gonna find out. Okay, that's there.
Forever 7661 Whiskey, Sully.
Select Center 61 Whiskey.
61 Whiskey, I have a couple of options for you.
All right, here we go, guys. Command.
So it's kind of hard to kind of get to your flight plan and have other aircraft calling me.
Let's do this. Let's make this
Me to help fix your flight plan. So
chat.
what I'm recommending
It'll be
is, you know,
good for everyone, no cost.
J readings instead of Victor readings, so like J or Q routes, or you do your cruise altitude is anything below flight level 180. Those are your two options, but like I said, due to the
All right. Sound file. Let's see if I can.
right now, it's very hard to get to your
Oh, I have
plan.
to. Okay, hold on. I have to load the sound first. Sorry. Sound file. We will add it. Chat. Let's pick it. Let's see if it comes across here. Okay, it should be EF. I just downloaded it to sound files. And okay. So I'm gonna need that. I can only do MP3s or waves, and this one came across as, like I say, it came across as an MOV file. So if you could get that to me in MP3 format, then I'll be able to put that in. We'll have that in here, downwind sim, by the conclusion of the chat. All right, I'm going to request time away because I need to go check on the laundry, and I'm going to go get a beverage, and I'll be right back. Center Western 816. Are we okay to step away for about 5 minutes?
Turn 816, approved report time.
Wilco 816. Yeah, 43 miles. Okay, so I'll be right back.
Plan the visual approach.
Plan the visual approach, Delta 170.
Here's coming.
Pentagon, what's going on, my friend? Hello. Alright, I'm 20 miles from, I never did make the switch over, guys. That was a bad job on my part. I need to probably do that here. It's gonna require a little bit of fine tuning, I'm sure. So I'm gonna go to heading mode first. Then we're gonna switch over to Wasatch, and let's see what this looks like here. Might be kind of nasty. Actually, not too bad. That wind, we've been really crabbing, as you can see. So let's jump back over to nav mode. It'll maybe make a little correct. Oh, not too bad. So we were still far enough away that we were able to. Oh, there we go. Okay, read the chat. Okay, we're working on that here, but I'm gonna jump out real quickly again and show you what's going on. So now we're almost to Wasatch. We're inbound, roughly 296. Maybe not exactly, but pretty close. We're going to be outbound 109, and we're going to be tracking that Juliet 15. So 109, and you can see we're getting a little soft right now.
210 Boston Airport at your 1 o'clock and 5 miles report site when able.
That'll be about where we go.
Cruise speed at 210 and now report the airport and site Delta 17.
And we're kind of cone of confusion here, so I'm going to go ahead
Don't have the airport site.
and go heading mode right now.
We will report the airport and site Delta 170.
170, roger.
And let's go ahead and turn the course here to 109, and we'll just see if this centers up here as we fly by the VOR. Center Western 816 is back on deck. Hey, Tuba Flight is here. I'm sorry, Tuba Fight is here. Ben, good to see you. And for everyone who's joined me today, a Blue Dolphin on the Rocks skull toast to you. I hope you are having a fantastic Saturday. Thank you so much for hanging out. Flybo, I would love to do a shared cockpit when I get the 727. Yeah, man, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Connect with me on Discord and yeah, let's talk. Let's figure stuff out. I'm a part of the shared cockpit beta, and although I must admit I've not done much with it, but I do plan. I mean, I know a few of us are in that, and we just need to kind of need to get after it and start to get it figured out. But Rob Valkyrie showing the blue. Oh, it's not a Blue Dolphin Martini. Yeah, this is just my classic, ice water. Yeah, Brett, and from what I know, the 7.4 actually supports three pilots, so we could all three get in there. You and me and Downwind Sim could get in there and have a lot of fun. Alright, so my next VOR is Grand Junction, and that's 112.40, so I'm going to set that here.
I'm assuming you probably did it with previous. You got to reconnect to the network.
And then on nav 2, I'll go ahead and set that as the standby so we can see. Yep, 166. I'm already picking that up, which is awesome. All right, so now I'm almost outbound here, just about to pick that up. I'm going to go ahead and hop back over to see if I can set up Annie West. Again, special cameo from Annie West. Okay, that's there now. Okay, stand by, folks. We're moments away from potentially our first Annie West soundbite. Okay. Automatically. Oh, I could have automatically generated a command. All right, I'm going to do that. Optional response. Okay, that is in. Let me see what I've got now. I probably have two.
Whiskey, thank you, I got it now. Yeah, expect a new clearance with the, with your amended routing.
We'll be expecting new clearance.
Alright, I don't know if this will work because I've added the command after I've started the stream, but would somebody do me a favor and type !chat? I want to see if we get our Annie West sound clip here. Nate, thank you, man. I look forward to visiting with you and getting to know you.
Catalina Island Airport, Alpine 3 departure, kick me, and as filed. Climb via frequency 12027, squawk 607.
Oh, Mr. Kuhn. Ralph is the big brother I never had, and he always takes care of me, man. Alright, so let me... Oh, you didn't hear it? Rock Valkyrie, what's going on? Did anyone else hear it? Or was I the only one that heard it?
075.
Oh, you didn't hear it? It was very low. Okay, let me make some adjustments here.
61 Whiskey, reback correct, runway 19, call for departure.
First thing I need to do is this. Let's edit this, and let's this needs to now be...
Radar service terminated, change advisory frequency, previously what?
Uh-oh, was that for me? Okay, that wasn't me.
108 Unicom, see you later.
Alright, let's see. Let's go to chat here. Where are you, chat? I know we just made you. There we go. Chat. Let's edit. Let's where's my volume? I must have to go to sound files and turn the volume up here for chat. Yeah, let's turn the volume up. Let's go all the way right there. All right. Submit. All right, it's in there. Try it again. ! Chat. I might have to make... Oh, it's on cooldown. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys.
87 Lemur space to Northwest Vancouver Center offline. Radar service terminated. Change advisory frequency. Approved. Good day.
So I'm still not quite on the outbound. So again, this is telling me that I'm left of course.
West reminding you to read the chat.
Okay, how was that? Was that good?
36 Center air contacts. Climate maintain flight level 260. Resume normal speed. Turn right heading 340.
Please tell me you heard that. That was good. That was good. The mix is low. All right. Well, I've got it. Oh, ATC is low too. Okay, maybe that's... All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
Salt Lake Center, good evening. TBM 300 uniform with you climbing to flight level 260 to flight level 310.
Thanks. How are the levels on that one? Is that better?
360 uniform. Cycle out.
All right, let's give it one more try here. ! Chat. Oh, it's still on cooldown for one more second. Don't you dare try to be
Annie
early.
West reminding you to read the chat.
All right, baby. How is shared flight? Nate, like I said, I honestly, I've only watched others use it. I'm a part of the closed beta, but I just have not had a chance to set it up and try it yet. So I don't know. Annie loves it. Is she? I hope she's listening. Annie West, if you're listening, thank you so much for making a sound for me.
4194 Select Center, hello. Climate maintain flight level 230.
You
Resume normal speed and just continue on your...
Whatever kids do these days, heart hands.
Flight level 230, normal speed, Scott 4194.
You're awesome. You're the best.
Bobby.
Confirm, turning to
That was I think that was just a pure... Yeah, well, actually, I want to hear that story, Downwind. I know you two worked on it together, but how did that happen? Was this the same night that you guys came up with? Oh gosh, What was your stage name? You had a good stage name too. I don't know. The Cunes they're just a creative bunch. D.W. Simpson, that's right. um, yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy now. So this kind of goes right along with the other good news I have. By the way, I was going to tell you that I've got actually two really cool things to share with you guys. Let me see here if I can get this shared out with you properly.
That was 4194, quarter right, Bubby.
Quarter right, Bubby. Sky was 4194, negative on the traffic.
4194, Roger. You're climbing above him, not effect.
So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I'll put this on the Discord channel as well. These are the two newest members of the Melvin Leroy family. You're not going to see them very well, but we have acquired, although they're not quite ours just yet. They're still in the whelping phase, as it were. But got a couple of golden retrievers coming our way, so super excited about that. And they're not sleeping in my room. Yeah, they're going to be fun. They're going to be work. It's puppies, and I'm a little nervous about that, but we're excited. I mean, it's been a while since I've had a bird dog, and anyway, I'm excited about it. So that's sort of the first thing. The second thing that I think is kind of cool is, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here.
8,000 flight level 10.
Air Golf Mike, so like so verify 8,900 to 10,000, not flight level, please.
Yes, passenger flight through 9,000 for 10,000. 290 Golf Mike.
Is your Golf Mike radar contact, climb 18, flight level 410, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, climb maintain flight level 410, number 390 Golf Mike.
Plus 4194, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Is my youngest son is actually coming home for spring break basically next week.
Walker,
And
Western 816, Summer Center 12765.
2765, we'll see you, Western 816.
The 925, Denver Center 12765, bye.
So he's bringing home his girlfriend, which is really cool. I'm pumped about that. So that's, first of all, that's awesome news. It's going to be great to meet her, finally meet her. But the other thing that's cool about his girlfriend is she is in the Air Force ROTC, and she has goals of becoming a pilot. So I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. So anyway, good news all around there, and all I'm doing is looking at my phone. Yeah. Dixie, are you getting what type of dog are you getting there, man?
Denver Center's Delta 975, available 322.
These ones will be ready at the end of April. So yeah, I like her already. Yeah, she's never met me, so I don't. Either she's gonna look at my setup down here and oh, that's right, you told me Dalmatian, but either she's gonna look at me and my setup down here and be really like weirded out or really excited. I don't know. She'll probably roll her eyes, kind of like Annie West does with you all the time there, Downwind Sim.
Down 200, Skywest 5766.
All right, I need to make this switch over here, but I'm going to check in first. Denver Center, hello, Western 816 at 310.
Western 816, Denver Center, welcome on board.
All right, so here we go. This facilitate this changeover from the outbound to the inbound. We're going to set the heading mode to there. We're going to engage heading. We're going to go from Wasatch to 112.4 is Grand Junction. And Grand Junction, we should be inbound on a 292. Whoops. So let's see how close that is. 292. Not very close. Actually, not too bad. We're a degree off. I could live with that. And you have that. You get a little bit of drift, and the farther away you are from the VORs, the 1 degree here and there doesn't seem like a big deal, but it happens. It happens. We're 60 miles away from the VOR, so it's not surprising. You can hear the eyes roll. Yeah. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be great to see my son. I haven't seen him for quite a while, since Christmas, so it'd be great to have him home. And yeah, I don't know. It's just fun to meet their friends, and down with Sim. Fun to meet girlfriends from college, and just to get to know different people that he's hanging out with. I love that kind of stuff. The thing I like too is when he comes home from college for spring break, a lot of his friends come home as well, and those are old students and kids I coached and things like that. So it's really good to catch up with all of them. So I enjoy that. It's a lot of fun. All right, off of Grand Junction, by the way, we're going to turn south, heading 151. So I'm going to preset that with my heading mode here. And yeah, I tell you what, we're getting there. We're just about halfway. Yeah, not quite maybe, but getting close to being there. About halfway there. And then again, kind of over the Albuquerque area. Then inbound here. How is Fort Worth looking? We're not going to Fort Worth, but imagine it's busy. Oh, not too bad just yet. 18 arrivals and 17 departures. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think the event's just kind of getting started. We're down here. We're looking at yeah, George Bush Intercontinental. It has 9 and 11, which is just right. We're expecting 26 left, or we're hoping for 26 left, and we're going to park down here somewhere in this north terminal. If we end up with runway 27, which is a possibility, we'll park on the south end here. We don't have a... Oh, did we have it with you? I missed it. For thee. Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Welcome. Happy Saturday. We're in the old 3-hole. Yum. Flying over that Canyonlands country, I think, aren't we? Down with Sim, this is kind of getting there, right? Or this is the maybe a little further south. All right, we are topping out. We're really making good time here. We're definitely not typical like 0.78-ish. We're old school, man. We're going. We're rolling. This thing's built for speed. As long as we don't start clacking, we're all right. We got a little bit of time left, or a little bit of space here before we get there. All right. Well, oh, you know what I need to do? The VOR after we turn from Grand Junction is Rattlesnake, 115.30. So let's get that set here, 115.30. 30. We'll set that here as well. Put that on nav 2 so we can see, and we're tracking it already. Cool. 20 miles until we make this turn.
That was 5766, the red cable mount.
So,
It was about 9 to 10 o'clock now.
Nate, I don't know if you're still here or not, but as you can see, it's pretty simple to do this VOR to VOR navigation. You just have to kind of try to stay ahead of the airplane and always have that next VOR ready to go. Haven't flown a lot this week, but the highlight was Catalina to the base of Mount Etna in the Felis. What? Oh, Cantanea. Sorry. Gosh dang it. I'm like, how did you get the Felis out of Catalina Island? The 747 from Cantanea to Mount Etna. I would love to see that flight route there, Tuba, and try to fly that myself one of these days. I haven't been overseas in a while. I do have an international Melbourne flight coming up here on Tuesday the 22nd. We're going to be back over in Australia, flying from Sydney to Brisbane, and then we're going to be messing around. There's some little smaller airports we flying around and check it out. But so if you still have that flight route, please feel free to share it with me. You can Discord it or whatever. Rob is showing some links here. Let's pull up Katina. Let's take a look. I bet this is a semi beautiful place. In Sicily, huh? Oh, this is one of those Greek Isle deals. Is that Mount Etna right there? Oh.
Very clear for the visual, 26, Delta 2430. That is 763 Denver Center. Is that you looking for clearance?
Yeah, that's nice. Mount Etna.
63, expect a PDC at that request.
So you flew
Good afternoon, Delta.
from where? Oh, I guess I need to know where you flew from, but that's, yeah, look at that. That's those Greek Isles, man. Sorry, this is Italy. My bad. Oh gosh, hold on. Sorry, I gotta flip over. Guys got me distracted here. From Munich. Oh, very cool. All right. Yep, I flew past that VOR, so I'm gonna have to turn even more sharply here. All right, what was I supposed to be out of here on again? At 151. But as you can see, since this is clear over here, I am well left of course, so I'm going to go ahead and try to grab this, and here's why. I'm going to try to be a little more aggressive in this intercept, because this is the first leg that has that changeover right here, this little symbol. This is where you're supposed to switch from the inbound to the outbound. I'm sorry, from the outbound to the inbound. So we'll fly this outbound on a 151, and again we overshot it, so we're out here, we're trying to come back and grab it, but then when we're 52 miles outbound, that's when we switch over and we pick up Rattlesnake and we fly it inbound on a 333. Rob is finding some airports, man. Dadgummit. Rock Valkyrie. Check out Cantina here. As soon as I pick this up. How does this look here?
Looks like it's a real route that they fly, so I'm going to keep it the same. You're still going to get a PDC though.
That looks okay. I mean,
Odd routing for them to fly, but I guess they do it.
Cantina Fontanarossa. Ooh, it's an X-Plane 10. That's the only thing it's It was updated in 2016, so it's a bit dated, but again, sometimes all you need is just a little something better than the default. Alright, so here we are now finally on the outbound track, and again we're going to be looking to follow this for 52 miles, so we're already 24 out.
United 1478 with Quebec IFR to San Francisco.
Then 1478 Denver Center on Equestria number 2.
And just going to double check that I've got Rattlesnake 1530 set and ready to go. 1530, yep, I do. 1530.
4211 Denver Center. I got your clearance advised. I need a copy.
Go ahead for Delta 4211.
The 4211 Heavy cleared to the Memphis Airport, Beaver 1 departure, Ruby transition.
Okay, let's come over here. This is supposed to go to cutout after we get up to cruise. Everything else is looking good. We'll monitor fuel, and I actually think I'm supposed to.
The 4211 Heavy read back, correct advised, ready for taxi.
I think I'm actually supposed to. I'm supposed to burn down my center tank until it's equal to the outer tanks here. I'm trying to remember how to do that now. I think that's what I do. I close the crossfeed. Nope, that's the opposite. These need to stay closed. Yeah, I actually think I had it right. And the I'm trying to remember. Close the boost pumps here. So what we want to do essentially is we want to burn fuel off of the center tank only until, like right now we're at 7 and 7, so about 14. So we want to take this, it's currently at about 17,000. We want to take this down to 14,000, and then we can open that back up. I don't know that I've just set that up correctly though or not, so we'll have to come back and monitor that and just see. It's been a while since I've actually had to do that, so I'm a little bit curious as to whether or not I've done that correctly. I did manage to set off a warning light, so that's good. Why am I like I'm losing power here? What is going on? Did I? Okay, we're gonna not fiddle with that. Why in the world am I? Why in the world am I not making power here? Okay, I'm having a little bit of an issue. Losing power, losing electrical power. Okay, this flight suddenly got interesting. All right, let's get it stabilized. What in the world have I done? Okay, we're trimmed out here. I am yeah, for some reason I lost electrical power. I wonder if me fiddling with the, do you think me fiddling with the fuel pumps did that? I wouldn't think so. Alright, back to nav loc, and I need to climb. We need to get back up to 310. That was really weird, guys. What in the heck happened there? Chins were, yeah, everything was good. I starved the two outboard engines. Huh. So that obviously is not the correct way to crossfeed then. When I turn that out, yep, I must have killed. Are the engines, are they running? Let's make sure they're running here. They are now, but yeah, maybe they were in the process of shutting down. Okay, yeah, that wasn't good. They were off. Fuel balance, thank you, Fixie. I lost fuel. Yeah, no, all I was trying to do is I'm just, you know what? I have it written down here on the checklist. Let's see what the checklist says.
United 762, push and start approved, push straight back, stop at the first line. Push straight back, stop at the first line.
Cross-feed valves need to be opened to burn fuel off. So, I don't want to open these. I want these closed, and I want to burn fuel off of here. So actually, technically, where it's at right now is perfect because this is feeding both of these number 1 and 3 engines, and this is not. So that's what I want. All right. Well, let's keep monitoring that because then, like I say, as soon as this gets down to 14, then I open everything up. And okay.
Information, Delta's credit, Denver, advise when you have an expect a visual approach to 26.
It's 2003, expected visual 26.
Hey, yeah, thanks for sharing that, Rob Valkyrie. For those of you that don't know, our friend over at Gemma Studio. Wait a second, hold on. I thought you were going to share the. Oh yeah, this is the payware of Catania. Okay, very cool. I thought you were going to show the shadow. We'll show that here in just a bit. All right, so this one, okay, yeah, this one's a little fancier. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Push is approved, stop first line for United 1478.
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. 18 euros. So what is that? 24 bucks. But this is a Microsoft Flight Sim add-on, so that doesn't help you if you're trying to find the fly the Felis. But still, a nice-looking airport. It's very nice. What I thought you were about to share was this. Let's look at the shadow here. That was just recently shared at the X-Plane Org store. And look at that on the front page. Is that not the coolest thing? I am so happy for our friend Jeffrey Beckers. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That's so awesome. Sorry, let me get this new snip here. Front page news. Alright, so here we go. Xplane.org. Featured product, baby. That's so cool. Alright, let's close that up.
That is 763 Heavy, Denver Center. Did I give you 25 or 17 left for departure? I don't remember.
That's so cool.
763 runway 25, taxi via Broad.
I gotta share that where it's appropriate here.
Runway 362 Whiskey Alpha Denver Center. I believe I gave you 17 right for departure. Are you able to accept the winds or do you need a runway 25? Citation to Whiskey Alpha runway 178, taxi via Mike 10.
Alright, now let me get back to business here. I should be, let's see, I'm inbound 1240, I'm outbound. I'm outbound Grand Junction, and no, I did not do the changeover where I was supposed to. I was supposed to do the changeover when I was when I was 52 out, so I've already messed that up. But I didn't crash and die, so that's at least a partial moral victory. Okay, heading mode's engaged, and we're going to go ahead and flip it over to Rattlesnake 1530. We should be inbound Rattlesnake on the 153 here.
25 Alpha, we'll call you short.
Yeah, we're pretty doggone close, guys.
11, thanks.
Pretty close. After that, it's the Albuquerque VOR. Double, yeah, Albuquerque 1320.
Number 1478 is ready for taxi.
At 1478, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Sierra Golf.
Set that up. Man, this feels dark down here. Am I?
Runway 25 via Bravo Sierra Golf.
There we go. Let's get that turned up a little bit. Everything turned up here that I need to? I think I do. Okay, that looks good.
74, are you able to accept the winds for runway 17 left, or do you need runway 25?
Alright.
We can take 17 left, and 74. Yeah, 74, runway 17 left, taxi via Bravo Sierra, Mike, Echo Delta, hold short, taxiway Mike.
I tell you what, Rob, that plane is like, the more I had Jeffrey sort of explain it to me and break it down, the more impressed I am with that little ultralight. And again, like I said last night on the stream, like I have fun flying this plane, but I know I'm never ever gonna fly a plane like this in real life, right? But something like that Shadow, like that's within reach to the common guy like me. You know, it doesn't cost $1 million, and you don't need a pilot's license, and it's pretty safe. I mean, like, so I had a different feeling last night when I was flying that Shadow. I'm like, oh man, you know, here we go. Now we're talking. But he's done a really good job. The team, I know Fitty was a part of it, and Bradley, is it Manguson? I think he has a couple of other guys that are a part of that Gemma Studio team, and they did a good job. It's really cool to see his progression. Basically, a couple of years ago, he was making that Fokker. You know, it was like his first attempt at making any kind of add-on, and now here he is. He got something that's payware, and it's just so cool. Happy for that guy. All right, 22 miles. We make the turn, and it's just a slight left-hand turn. It'll be on a 134 heading. Here's 130. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be ready. Try to do a little bit better job at navigating the second half. I've not done a very good job. Let's go back and check our fuel and see if we're balancing out. Yeah, we're not. We're burning off of every. Do I need to have that open so that the fuel can? I don't know. We'll open all three and let's see if we. Yeah, like I said, I got to go back and look at my notes. I thought on my checklist I had a little bit of a description there, but I don't have a good enough description. I just need to go back and check the documentation. Yeah, we all know what happens. Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? We're 31,000 feet up. We have plenty of time to troubleshoot, Vixie.
Number 362 Whiskey Alpha, runway 179, cleared for takeoff, wind 270 at 15, gust 24.
Tell you what, I'm gonna need some caffeine here if I'm gonna keep this thing going. All right, I'm gonna make this turn here at about 4 miles, I think. Yeah, that's what. Now you're thinking there, Fixie.
1478. I'm not sure if I gave you the wrong runways there.
Ooh, and I need to go back and check on my laundry. I had about 20 more minutes when I checked. Maybe I'll make this VOR switch and request time out of the cockpit again here. Heading selected. Ooh, yeah, Red Bull's a little too sugary for me, honestly. Dr. Pepper has its fair share of caffeine, but at least I feel like with Diet Dr. Pepper, I'm kind of somewhat avoiding the sugar. Ooh, that was it's a pretty good turn, guys. Doggone it. That was pretty good. Pretty good.
That's my pad for United 1478. Where's it all?
All right,
Southwest 477 Mendoza at Ranger Saxon.
let's see where we're at, how close we are to getting handed off here.
Charlie Sierra, Golf.
Ooh, we're just about... So instead of requesting timeout, I think we'll just wait until we're handed off to Albuquerque, and then we'll just do a little delayed check-in there.
Alright, we should have 653 in the box there for Southwest 47.
2785.
4211 and Eagle ready to go. November 362 Whiskey Alpha ready to contact altitude.
That's ready.
2003 airport in sight.
I am technically going to be making a left turn at Albuquerque.
Thanks for help.
Don't I have that? I thought I had that.
November 362 Whiskey Alpha, no worries, climb.
I had that at one point. Yeah, left turn, left turn. There you go. Fixie. That's quite appropriate for tonight.
4211 123010 runway 25, good for takeoff. Way to winds, clear for takeoff, 25 at Eagle Delta 4211. We'll call you there.
I didn't even realize that when I planned this flight. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright, well, since I successfully did not do the changeover correctly between Rattlesnake and Grand Junction, I'm happy to report
Let me do 180 and then go back down.
that for this leg,
Runway 25 via Bravo Sierra, Golf.
120
to a Bravo Sierra.
nautical mile leg, there is no crossover, so we're just going to basically track until the outbound and the inbound match up.
Bravo Sierra, Golf to runway 25.
And
For United 1478.
13.2 is ready. Yep, we're good. We're good.
United 763, sorry about that. Flight heading 220, maintain 10,000.
By the way, I did add a couple of emotes.
The 975
I don't know if anybody has noticed them, but let me explain to you the thought process behind the emotes I've just added. This first one here, can anyone identify? This is not a unique emote. I stole this from I stole it from someone. Does anybody know where that comes from? It's flat out. I'm going to just tell you right now. It's flat out copyright infringement. I'm sure, 100%.
Under Center, Delta 4211, we're passing 8,000 for 15,000. 4211, heavy Denver Center, come and maintain above a tree 50. Going up
No
to,
guesses?
4211.
It's from a TV series. Yeah. That's Ted Lasso. That's exactly right. So that's gonna be my emote that you can use to show that you believe in me, my navigational skills, my landing in IFR condition skills. Anytime where I need a little boost, a little shot in the arm, I need to know that you believe. There you go. Right there, the believe. By the way, it's a great series if you haven't watched it. It's on Apple TV, and I think they offer like a free 3-month preview or something like that, but that's why it's called Lasso. That's right. So then the other one I just added, by the way, is it's an emote for an upcoming series that I'm about to start called Fly In Camp Out, and this is based on that website that I talked about a couple times. I think it was a week or two ago, that airfield.guide, and Oh man, I can't wait to start this series with you guys. To make a long story short, we're essentially going to be flying into some of the more scenic and difficult airstrips in all 50 states, and I'll tell you, I'll explain the camping connection and all that good stuff when we start to do that series. But I've got some good ones planned. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be, I think it's going to be my first series that I planned that is specifically, it's going to be 100% Microsoft Flight Sim. There are a couple of exceptions because there's potentially a couple of Bush League backcountry ideas that could spin off of this, but it is going to be a series designed for Microsoft Flight Sim, and part of the reason why I've done that is because I want people to be able to fly along. So it's going to sort of be similar to what we do with our Bush League backcountry fly-ins or with our Virtual USA Flying Club events. It's just going to be much less formal. So I think you guys are going to like it. You'll have to insert disc 1, downwind sim. That is correct. That is correct. It'll be all freeware scenery, and it'll be all freeware aircraft, by the way, too. That's kind of part of the deal. Is I want everybody to have a similar challenge, and we'll be flying that JP Logistics 152 quite a bit. So if you don't already have that installed, go grab that one, and because a lot of the routes are close enough that we can fly a 152, but also it just makes it a little more challenging, right? Your tent's in the Cub in X-Plane 11. Pixie, it's time for you to go down to the REI store and buy a second tent. Alright, so we're now outbound 65, inbound 55, so I think it's time to switch over. Back to heading mode. Flip it over. Let it settle. Make the adjustment for drift. Somewhere in there is pretty close. You don't have to be perfect. What if we're going to get handed off, or if I missed a handoff? Center Western 816. I'm sorry, did I miss a handoff to Albuquerque?
Western 816, firm contact Albuquerque, Center 127.85. I couldn't remember your call sign, so it's probably it.
2785. Thanks for the service. We'll see you next time. Western 816. Alright, so I'm going to not check in right away. Let me go check laundry. I'll be right back.
just it hardly ever works out to the you know. So, but you do what you need to do.
Roger, that works.
All right. Albuquerque Center, good evening Western, 816 at 310. 2785.
Albuquerque Center, good evening.
I can't say Albuquerque tonight for some reason. I don't know why.
Cessna 3 Foxtrot Romeo, we have Chandler Airport tonight.
All right, 22.
3 Foxtrot Romeo, make right base runway 22 right. Wind calm, runway 22 right, clear to land.
Right base, runway 22 right, copy.
22 from Albuquerque. And then we do make a left-hand turn on a 112 heading.
Runway 22 right, you're cleared for the option. Make right, close traffic.
12. There's 110, 11, 12. And then we're down to Corona. Ooh, there you go. 15.5. Oh, I don't have that set. Again, always stay ahead of the airplane, right? As much as you can. Yep, that's not a very long leg here. Cool, there I think is the Albuquerque airport. Great place to fly into. I love it. Albuquerque. I'm sure there's a way. Albuquerque. I like it because it sounds like you've been drinking all night long.
Albuquerque Center, Air China.
Albuquerque. Albuquerque.
Requesting radio check.
Albuquerque.
Just send a... Be better if you just call for clearance. I'll send you a PDC.
Roger, you'll send us a PVC. Air China 295 heavy.
PVC. What did he do? Did he just take off and then request pop-up IFR? And yes, I am folding laundry as I'm attempting to fly. That is the glamorous life in the Leroy household. But you do what you can, right? You do what you can. All right, boy, we're starting to get some really nice night lighting here. How's our fuel situation here? Are we burning off? Ooh, okay. Now we're kind of catching up here, aren't we? So we're at 14. I'll let it come down just a little bit more, and then I think we'll close the crossfeed. Gosh, I don't know. We're totally we're just winging it at this point. 4-day for me. Have most of you guys made the move to MSFS from X-Plane? You still haven't got it yet. Rob is. I'm not even gonna respond to that, Rob. I fly in both sims, and no, I've not. I've definitely not given up on Microsoft, or sorry, on X-Plane. It's just too good, and especially with X-Plane 12 coming out. That flight sim dude is here, Tommy. How are you, man? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. I know you had a long day of flight simulation today, so that means a lot that you'll stop by and hang out for a little bit. Great to see you, buddy. Tommy and Rob both did a flight with the Pilot Club into one of my favorite places to fly, into Juneau. And you'll be happy to know that I only made one dad joke. Only one, do you know what I mean type of joke. And it was a pretty good one. It was, do you know what I think? You need anti-icing. And yeah, so it was both funny and avionically correct. No, that's what I bring to your stream if I'm there in chat. Downwind Sim bought it, and no joke, it did. It asked him to insert disc 1. That's been a while. And my thought is that if you worked through the update process again, that's probably been addressed and fixed, and you might even enjoy flying with your friend. You know, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you know, maybe it's your way of telling me you just don't want to hang out with me, and that's cool. You know, no big deal. I won't take it personal. All right, here we go. We're 18 out, 52 to run. And again, if you're just joining, this segment, this is the folding laundry segment of tonight's flight. Normally, I try to save this for off-stream flights, but I thought, you know, what would bring an element of excitement and novelty really would be to fold laundry on stream. All right, one thing that is I feel like I'm missing something here. Did I? You turn my does my panel looks dark, doesn't it? Am I missing a light in here somewhere? Somebody just Rock Valkyrie with the gift description to Tommy the flight sim. Thank you, Rob. Man, 15 gift subs. Holy cow. I appreciate your support. By the way, speaking of support, I am currently working on getting a giveaway set up for, I'm hoping, toward the end of this month. There we go. There we go. My reds weren't showing up. So stay tuned. I'm gonna get that set up here and announce it. There we go. I've got spring break coming up, and I really like to do it during my spring break week. And so, anyway, stay tuned. And all of that is made possible by things like gift ascriptions, like what you saw Mr. Rob Valkyrie do. I can just package up your generosity and send it right back your way. And last month we were able to actually give away a copy of the V-Flight Air Turbo. I'm sorry, not the Turbo Aero, but the Piper Aero 3. And so that's the kind of thing we like to do around here. So thank you again for your generosity, because it helps me give back in fun ways, and I really enjoy doing that. All right, 32, 39 out, 31 now to run. So let's make the changeover, and we're gonna have to start thinking a little bit about descent here, actually. So we're going 1320, which is Albuquerque, to 15.5, which is Corona. We should be inbound approximately a 293 outbound radio, so 173. No, 293, 113. Yeah, so we're a little off here. We drifted a bit. But again, that happens in the world of VOR navigation. After Corona, it's Chisholm, 16.1. Set that nav 2. It's 103 miles out. Okay. We're tracking the VR? Yes, we are. All right, very good, very good. For those of you that maybe are just tuning in, this is a historic flight series that I do from time to time. This particular series, we've been featuring the Western Airlines. It's kind of hard to see. The Western Airlines 727, and we've been flying some old routes from the 1970s. Oh yeah, there again. I come back inside and things are turned off. Like what is going on here? Compass. Like this is not.
Outgoing Center, Dinding, Southwest 2496, level 390.
It's 2496 Albuquerque Center. Give me a location so I can find you.
Something is not quite working right here with my lights. I'm getting really dark here.
25 miles west of the Gulf Uniform Papa VOR.
Yeah, even back here, like
What's 2490?
my fluorescent light isn't working. You can hear it turning on, but it's actually not
What's 2496?
doing anything.
0724.
0724, Southwest 2496.
Wicked. I wonder if that's a. What if I've got some kind of a failure? Yeah, I should have a light coming on right now. I wonder if I've done something. I wonder if I popped a breaker or something. This
2496 radar contact.
this plane does simulate that.
2496, thank you.
It's going to get kind of dark in here. the little. Well, they're already turned all the way up. So that's the whole thing. It's like some of them are working appropriately, but the one that's not is my fluorescent light off and on. I should have a little underneath here should turn on and give me some light on the panel. But the other thing that's not really working, like these infrared red lights really aren't working like they normally do. So yeah, so it might be like I say, maybe I'm gonna have to break out the. Oh, I can't break out the aviation flashlight even. I have to go night vision. Oh yeah, baby. No, I won't do that to you. If we keep having trouble, oh gosh. Hold on, stand by. Where am I going? Corona 126. Heading, shoot. Sorry. If we keep having trouble, I'll actually back the time slider up a little bit. Cause yeah, for the life of me, I don't know why. Like the dome light itself is not functioning. All right, let's do this. There's a. How do I make it? Shift L, Shift K. How do I make it? How do I change the time? Is there a keyboard shortcut to do that? How do I do that again? Let's back the time up a little bit here. Shift K. All right, Shift K. Oh, it's trying. All right, let's go fix all failures. That's a good call. General. Now I don't remember where that's at. Hold it. Okay, hang on. Shift K, hold it. Yeah, I'm holding it right now. It's like going a little bit and then not. All right. Just back it up a little bit here. Flight menu at the top. Fix, edit failures. Is that the one I want? Fix all systems.
In 2437, departing from airspace to the west. Los Angeles Center, not alignment or service terminated, frequency change approved.
Let's see if that did it. Thanks for your patience, guys. I know, pro simmer. Okay. No. Alright, well, we'll mess with that later. We'll just, in the meantime, we'll just kind of back up the time a little bit. It's more fun to see what's going on anyway, right? Okay, back to business here. I'm coming off of Chisholm, 16.1. Right, no, I'm coming off of Corona, 15.5. I'm trying to intercept the 126 outbound course, and I'm pretty much there. I'm on nav. I'm heading towards Chisholm, which is 16.1. That's set in the backup, so I'm 56 away, 26 away from Corona, and 55 away from Chisholm. Okay, so I'm just about ready to make that switch over as well. And I'm thinking at Chisholm 16.1, that's going to be pretty close to being, like, it's going to be time to start descending. So I better start thinking a little bit about that. I'm going to have to put the clothes away for just a second here. We got a little ways yet, I guess. We've got a little ways to run here, don't we? Let's take a look at the Volanta. Oh yeah, we're still, I guess we're not as close as I thought we would, but we can at least set Fort Worth Center up on 3545 in the comms. Have that ready to go. Alright, there we go. That's ready. Look at that guy fold laundry. I do. Down on sim immersion broken. He's going to go eat. I actually do have another load in there. I'm trying to get all this done so that I don't have to do it later on. Because I know when I'm done tonight simming, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to sit down on my butt. And I'm not going to want to move. So, however, judging by the amount of VOR transitions I've done poorly, then perhaps this will be the last time you see me do this on stream. Oh well, it's socks, right? Mainly.
763 Albuquerque Center, good evening.
And if nothing else, we can also just have this moment, like we can be referring to this later on by saying, "You remember the time I folded laundry on stream?" And we'll laugh and laugh.
433 Foxtrot Romeo, wind 3208, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Oh, trying to reach my laundry here. Folding laundry happens to be one of the activities I can't stand doing. Yeah. I better switch over here because I'm tracking the inbound now underneath my outbound here. So heading mode. I guess whenever I get, because I'm kind of that way too, Tommy, but whenever I get too bent out of shape, I remember my college days where we had to haul everything to the laundromat, and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that. Should probably change the category to just chatting. Just, is there a laundry category? Alright, so we're inbound Chisholm 16.1. And after that, it's a left-hand turn, another left-hand turn here. And then a pretty good leg. Man, a 246-mile leg then to Abilene, 1370.
Malicious 1. Contact Houston Center, 134.42.
Don't know if we'll be picking that up yet. Nope. There's Kitty Monster. I bumped something. Good to hear Kitty Monster on stream. On the comms. Always fun to hear you guys flying around here and there. So that flight sim dude, so what you're telling me is I should stop? Is that what you're telling me? Because, like, look, you're going to have my wife down here, and it's not going to be pretty. These Saturday afternoon streams, yeah, they're not going to be happening. No, just messing with you. It's good to multitask. just about picked that guy up now. A little off here. Let's we'll make a course correction. It's okay. We got a ways to go yet. No. I'm doing this fine when you have to do it. I got you. Yeah, I mean it is what it is, right? 10, 9. Hold on here, folks. Folks. I'm closing in. I'm sorry. Chisholm. I want to be outbound. What did I say? I want to be outbound from Chisholm. 89. Okay, 89. There we go. Okay, we'll turn the course. I think I turned a little bit late. No, actually a little early this time. And I somehow crept up altitude-wise a little bit here, so let me descend. After I nudged my autopilot off, it kind of climbed just a little bit. All right, yep, a little bit of an early turn, so we'll stop our turn about 5 degrees early. And again, we've got a nice long leg here, 246 nautical mile leg. The longest leg remaining. We'll hit Abilene, and we'll make a little bit of a turn to the south, another 141 miles to Waco, and then from Waco, we're only 88 miles away from George Bush Intercontinental, and we'll start to get a little more serious about things. We'll be over to Fort Worth Center, hopefully. By then, they'll still be on. Get a little guidance. And, well, actually, it'll be Houston Center, so we'll get a little Fort Worth Center here for a while. And head on down over to Fort Worth, Western 816. Have a great night.
I'm going to do mic checks. Just call for clearance.
All right, so Fort Worth, 3545. Fort Worth Center, good evening. Western 816 at flight level 310. Hello. Maybe I'm supposed to be 3517.
Flight level 360,
okay.
On traffic at 12 to 1 o'clock, and 10 miles in Airbus at flight level 350, southeastbound. We got the traffic on the ND, and yeah, we looks like our top of the time will be beyond that, so we'll maintain 360 for now for American 1270. Yeah.
Center, hello, Western 816 at 310.
Alright, November 44, Papa Tango, Fort Worth Center, have you checking in at 6,000. The Waco altimeter, 30, 33.
Nobody wants to talk to me. Nobody wants to talk to me.
FedEx 1077, descended positive pressure, maintain 1000. I'll give you the Airlines altimeter. Is
Feeling left out.
3027, sorry. I had to look for
It's
it.
because I'm doing laundry, isn't it? Tommy, you talked to those guys and told them about me, didn't you? Yeah, this is such a big sector that I probably stepped on somebody because, like, he's talking to a FedEx clear on the other side right now. So you kind of have to just time it right and get lucky. And Center, good evening, Western 816 310.
Western 816, Fort Worth Center, good evening.
There you go. Because yeah, you would never know. There could be somebody clear on the other side talking when you're talking over here, and you could never you'd never hear it. So you just have to keep trying.
Yeah, visual with the traffic and we're good as well.
Wonder what's going on with my lights. It's really bizarre.
November Niner Mike Juliet Fort Worth Center Getty. The Waco altimeter 3023.
I've got everything turned up to the max. Everything's maxed out here. I just heard something turn on.
American 1270 traffic no factor. Send via the Berry 1 arrival. The altimeter 3028.
That didn't do it.
028, Berry 1 American 1270.
Just a bit of a glitch, I guess. We'll just have to roll with it. I've never messed with this flight, this light override.
Delta 1048, send via the Berry 1 arrival. DTO to the altimeter 3028.
Definitely my panel lighting is not working, and the dome light is not working either. Usually my go-to lights, and this panel light wasn't working as well. All right, how are we doing fuel-wise? Let's see. We're definitely down below now, so if I close this, now I should be burning not. Yes, I'm just not remembering. Like, I think I should close all of them. That would make them burn each off their own tank. We're not exactly, I mean, this is 11. We should be about 5.5 for each of these. So we're not quite balanced like we're supposed to, but yeah. So yeah, I was trying that Shift L. Oh, that did it that time. It wasn't letting me do it last time. So all right, well we'll leave it right there for now. Getting a wicked glare off of that guy right there. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just have perpetual sunset on tonight's flight. And plus it gives you, if you're just tuning in, it gives you a better look at the swizzle stick livery. So we started out with this particular series of historic routes. We started in Salt Lake City. We flew down to Las Vegas. And we went from Vegas down to San Diego. San Diego up to San Francisco, then up to Portland. Then we went Portland into Boise the last time we flew, and now we're heading down to George Bush. And if I select real time, it gets locked. Okay, there you go. I didn't realize that, Steve. Thanks. That makes sense. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. We just track around, and we've done several of these. I did quite a few of them actually over in P3D. I had a few really cool vintage airplanes. Had an L1011 back when Captain Sim was actually good and making their own stuff. I had oh gosh, what well, had the DC-3 that I've flown quite a bit. Had this plane obviously. Had the 737-200 is another one. So I mean, we've had our fair share of planes. Had a DC-8. The Aerosoft has a really awesome DC-8 P3D. Flew that sucker all over the place, and so it's just a chance to kind of go back and fly vintage airplanes on 1970s routes. And one of these times I'm going to try to, a lot of these were multi-hop deals, and they don't do that anymore. But I've done a couple of them where you try to meet the timetable, like you try to hit it arrival departure, like when the schedule says and try to make the 20-minute turnaround and all that. It's just insane, but it's super fun. This one didn't quite work out that way, but what I've done more with this series is just try to find ATC that matches up. So like there happened to be a route if you go to any of those archive flight route things like departed flights, I think is the one I got this one out of. You'll see a route from Boise down to Houston, and so I thought, what the heck? They're going to have ATC down there this Saturday. Let's fly down there and have some fun, and that's kind of where we're at. See if I can find the other ones that I've done.
American 47-4 Center, good evening. Another check-in then on Center, say again.
Citation 35,000, 13,000.
Yeah, so here's what I did in P3D / FSX. Actually, some of this might have been done in X-Plane also. Now that I think about it, but we did an Eastern airline trek from Atlanta to New York down here to Miami. That was in the L1011, the TriStar, the Whisper liner. We did Fine Air DC-8 routes in between Miami and the Dominican Republic, and there was like some crazy. It was insane, like an 80-mile leg that they did with the DC-8. It was just absolutely crazy. We did TWA L1011. We did that from Chicago to LA out to Boston. Had one of my more famous on-stream crashes there at Boston. So then we hopped in. Really, this was a super fun one, the Canadian Pacific. We did a DC-8 flight, and we started in Vancouver and flew out to Montreal, and then we turned around later on and we flew the DC-3 kind of the other way. We started out here in St. John's, and we flew this World War II mail route. You can see all the different spots we hit here from St. John's out to oh crap, I can't remember what this little airport is out there by Vancouver. Then there's another Fine Air DC-8. We flew down to Quito, Ecuador, and then Pacific Southwestern Airlines we did, and we flew up and down the coast a little bit. So I don't have this current series in here, but it would be, again, it'd be Salt Lake City down through Vegas, up the West Coast into Boise, and now we're heading down here to Texas. And I mean, there's just so many of them. It's so much fun to do. And sometimes, every once in a while, you'll find like additional literature, like that DC-3 route that we did, where we stumbled on the fact that it was not just an old route, but it actually was a mail route, and they used it to haul troops from the West Coast to the East Coast and all that good stuff. Will I fly in the Tuesday event? Let's see. I believe, yeah, that's the Traveling the Wilderness Road, the Virtual USA Flying Club event. Yes, I am planning on flying that. That'll be a lot of fun. That's at Cumberland Gap area. And what am I going to fly? I think I finally I settled on an airplane. What was I going to fly? Yeah, I'm going to jump back in the Piper Arrow, actually. Steve, just as a matter of fact, be the first time I've flown that thing since we had the giveaway. So looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. Tommy remembers flying an L1011 once when you were a kid, and the cabin smelled like smoke. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that was back in the day, right, where everybody smoked. And, yeah. Missed the ground rubble of 7.2s and watching them take off and land at Miami. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. every other plane was an American 727 or 757. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, I still have memories
American 2403, you there?
of flying in 737s, and they would have a smoking section, and it was basically just everybody from like the 15th row on back. So if you had to go to the bathroom, you had to walk right through that, and it was just I hated that as a kid.
Delta 1435, reduce speed to 250.
X-Plane 11, yeah, Steve, that's it'll be that same one that you have, that V-Flight Aero. Do you need to register? No, all you need to do, Steve, if you're already connected with the Virtual USA Flying Club, so just like, what we'd like to see is this, if you don't mind. Go to the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord page, go to the Events tab, and you'll find that Wilderness Road event there, and then just come down here and click on the Cinnabon so they get a little bit of a head count there. But that's really it, and then just there's a text briefing here. Click on that. It'll bring this up here, and which has all the details of like when they're having it. This is a little bit earlier or a little bit different. It's at 1900. Actually, no, that's about the regular time. But anyway, you'll want to be able to jump in there when it's time for the event briefing. And yeah, so 7 o'clock they'll do the event briefing in the voice channel, and all the rest of the stuff is there. There's scenery links, so if you want to pick something up, there's a lot of times there's something out there that you can grab. If you're doing ortho, it'll have, it just has all that information. But yeah, I would love to have you. It's just, yeah, the more the merrier. For anybody else, by the way, who's not a member of the Virtual USA Flying Club, it's really pretty easy. You'll see you just saw the link actually go by. That's the Discord invite. All you have to do is just jump on that link, and you just need to have a VATSIM account and be in good standing, and you'll get an admin will review your information. You pick out what call sign you want to be and all that good stuff, what you want your tail number to be, and then somebody gets a hold of you. One of our admin get a hold of you, and you get access to all this information. It's a fun group. Again, I think it's I know there's a lot of aviation related clubs in VATSIM, but I think this one is the strongest general aviation club, and we set up and organize and host or partner with others for at least 3, if not usually 4 events per month. So if you enjoy flying somewhere in an organized fashion with an itinerary and with other friends flying along, it's really a great thing. So we would love to have you. There's always room for more.
Southwest of Tijuana, Cajon City.
Delta 1435, contact regional approach 125.02. Good day.
All right, guys. So we are now 87 from. We should be 87 from Abilene. 11370. Yes, we are. Okay, let's do this. Center the heading bug. Let's go into heading mode. Switch over to Abilene. Should be inbound on a 193. 093. And we're not quite.
371, forward center, good evening.
That'll be about as close as we can get.
There was a southwest call on forward center, try again.
Alright, and then we need to put in Waco 1530. That's going to be next.
2403, if I didn't tell you already, sorry, in radar content. Over the Keating VOR.
A little too far away to pick that guy up just yet. So we're 77 into Abilene. From Abilene, by the way, we're outbound on a 100 heading, so I can set that already in the heading bug here, which we're pretty close because of the wind. Already pretty close to having that. Gosh, dang it! I keep bumping my trim wheel, I think. All right, where am I? There we go. Whenever I turn to check on my throttle, I've got my trim wheel right there. I keep bumping that sucker.
Contact Houston Center 134.42 today.
Houston Center on 134.42. Have a good one.
Well, I don't know about you guys. This area here, I've always thought has some of the best, kind of funnest, busiest airspaces. You know, it's a little bit like New York in that it has all those big Bravos just kind of crammed right into next to each other, and it can get so, like, just in a fun way busy, and the ATC is always really good down here. I just, for whatever reason, I just don't fly down here a lot. You can kind of see that in my Volanta map. I used to suspect that, but like until I did this and started tracking my maps, you can see I just don't, like, for whatever reason, I just don't get down here very often. And I don't, there's no reason why I shouldn't.
Good memory, short.
It's really a solid area in many regards. Okay, good news on the laundry front. I'm just about done. And so far, all the socks have matched. That's really a critical thing.
November 8, 9 Tango, contact Houston Center 134.42 today.
When we turn from Abilene here in 50 miles, we're going to actually brief this arrival and approach into George Bush here. We'll kind of start getting ourselves ready for that. Again, it's when you go down towards George Bush, it's a little bit easier than flying into the Dallas area. It's still pretty busy and pretty congested, but since George Bush is not one of the featured fields tonight, it's not going to be quite so crazy. But so it'll still be good for us to brief everything and sort of be ready for what they're going to throw at us, especially since we are flying slant whiskey.
American 47, clear direct.
We need to be ready to be ready to be a little flexible on things. What ends up happening a lot of times, by the way, I know some people are a little bit intimidated about flying, non-RNAV into events like this. And honestly, for the most part, in the United States, you have really, really good non-RNAV options. I mean, there are a lot of EORs that are still in service, and so it's really not that big of a deal as long as you put in your flight plan. Just make sure you put that you're slant whiskey or you're slant alpha or whatever. And then I also like to put in the remarks that I'm non-RNAV, because a lot of times those controllers, and I think this actually was a suggestion either from Good Fixins or from Slant Alpha himself, who they both control, that they said, it's nice to have that second sort of note in your flight plan, because you get so busy, you control 100 aircraft that come into and out of your airspace. You're focused on like the flight route and where are they at, what's the altitude and all that good stuff, and you miss little things like dang it, this guy can't fly to that waypoint because he's non-RNAV. And so they just said that that's kind of a nice thing to do, is to throw that note in there, and that really does help. Now, that said, if you get up into Canada or you get over into the European airspace, then your non-RNAV options are a little bit more limited. Canada is still not too bad, The main issue that I have with Canada when it comes to flying non-RNAV is like I don't think they have any or not very many SIDS and stars now that are not just all RNAV. They've really they've worked to kind of standardize, I guess, their approaches and departures, and they've pretty much transitioned away from the VORs. So that does get a little trickier, but again, if you let the controller know that you're just not equipped with that equipment, they'll give you a vector, and things usually work out just fine.
Contact regional approach 125.02. Have a great night.
Yeah, we're just about to make this turn. Again, once we get past Abilene, we're outbound on a 100. I've got the heading bug set just for that, and we are picking up Waco, 156 miles out. That's 1530, just double checking. Yep, 1530. And we'll brief this arrival and brief this approach into George Bush. We are picking up. Actually, no, we're not. There is no ATIS for George Bush, so we'll have to use the digital ATIS for that. That's okay too. Okay, that'll be ready. Since this is not a very drastic turn, I'm going to let this DME go as far down as it will. Just try to get right over the top of that VOR or I switch over. Sometimes you can do it when you get into the cone of confusion. Sometimes you can just pop the course knob and it'll transition fairly smoothly. Let's try that in this case. Let's just wait until either this stops counting down, which is kind of now. This will start to get wiggly. Yep. Man, let's just pop it over here to 100. Let's see how smoothly it transitions. And then sometimes this is a hot mess. This is just a wreck. Like it'll bank an S turn and it'll be just really crazy. But that's why I like to go into heading mode, make the switch, and then jump back into a VOR mode. Yep. Yep. This is going to be a little bit of an aggressive re-intercept on the outbound. That's okay. I'm curious as to how the real pilots back in the day, how they did it. Like, it makes sense to me to jump into heading mode for just a few miles while you flip over the frequencies, but I'm not 100% sure that's how they did it. Do any of you guys know how they did that? I mean, this is clearly not what you would do, because you wouldn't want your passengers, spilling their Blue Dolphin martinis all over the place. Here we are, we're getting dark again. I can't avoid it.
Delta 1314 Fort Worth Center, good evening.
How's the fuel situation here looking now? 10, just a little over 5. Yep, I think that's pretty good. The main thing is we have enough fuel to get there. Step 1, make sure you have enough fuel. Step 2, try to get it balanced.
Fort Worth Center, November 2 Romeo Foxtrot, level at 170, direct arts.
November 2 Romeo Foxtrot, Fort Worth Center, good evening. Climate team level 270.
Up to 270, November 2 Romeo Fox.
November 2 Romeo Foxtrot, you're clear direct 1.
direct one.
What's going on? Why is my white dome light not working? I wonder if this thing's had an update. I probably need to just run Skunkworks and just check it out. A little clackety. We'll pull back on the power a little bit here. Must be catching a tailwind now. Yeah, this plane simulates failures, but it doesn't have like a lot of breakers that are modeled. So I'm trying to see. Don't remember if there's anything. Honestly, if there's anything modeled breaker-wise, might have been popped. Yeah, no idea. You ain't clacking, you're slacking. That's right.
2746 heavy.
We've made good time. I tell you what, we've been up there doggone near Mach 0.9er, 9/10 the speed of sound all day. Maybe anticipate to switch a few miles, go to heading mode, then make. Yeah, that's kind of what I try to do, and it makes sense to me, Tommy. But again, it would just be cool to talk to one of those old pilots to see how they did it back in the day. All right, so we're inbound now. Waco, we've got a little bit of time here. We've got 99 miles to run. So let's take a look at this approach. Let's brief the approach. Let's brief the arrival. Let's see. First of all, what do we have digital latest wise for Houston? Winds are calm, 10 statute miles. Beautiful day, 30-37. Arrivals are expecting 26 left and 27. That's still kind of what we were initially planning. It's ILS or the RNAV, runway 26 right also. All right, very good, very good.
371, contact Houston Center 134.42. Good night.
We are looking for the Rice arrival, Rice 3. Does that sound right? Rice 8, yeah, Rice 3 or the Rice 8, whatever. So we're coming in here, and are coming in from Waco. We're going to head in here to the Torn intersection, and then on a 154 to Hoots and Billy and Horman, and no altitude restrictions or speed restrictions to this point. Then we start to make our turn here. Basel, Bots, and Rice. And again, I'm not seeing, this must be it's not a descend via type of approach here, but I'm not seeing any hard intersections or hard altitudes or speed restrictions on this page. Let's see if it has a Rice 8 Part 2, continued. There we go. Alright, then we get to Rice, and alright, if we're landing east, we are going to expect 9 or 1,000 at Rice. If we're landing west, which this is us, we'll expect 16,280 at Rice. Okay, that helps. So we're down here at a 133, down to light. We're going to have to use the Humble VOR here to get us on this track. And then expect vectors to the final approach course prior to light. So we'll get our vectors here back to George Bush before we get down here. And light is 12 DME off of the Humble VOR. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We can do that now. If we're asked to shoot the, we say it was 27 or 26 left.
You might have a 7-2 run you over.
All right.
Somewhere
I'm hoping we get 26 left because I want to park on the north side of the airport here.
What if I set it up to
So
like
26 left. We've got an approach course of 267. It is a whoops, what did I just blow up? Not GLS, sorry.
FedEx 2150 with you, flight level 300 for flight level 390.
There's Will. Northwest Ornament.
FedEx 2150 forward center. Good.
All right. 1097 and 267 are the localizer frequency and the approach course.
FedEx 1517 Fort Worth center. Good.
Landing elevation is 96 feet. We've got a nice long 9,400 foot runway. Decision altitude of 200. If we have to fly the missed approach, we're going to climb to 3,000. We're going to make a left-hand turn to a 240 heading off of the Houston VOR and intercept the 270 off that VOR, sorry, out to the Lucif intersection, which is a 22.9 DME and hold. So pretty much just get the heck out of Dodge westbound up to 3,000 feet is the missed approach procedure. Okay. We get on the ground successfully. We are going to be on 26 left. We're going to be making a left-hand turn probably here at November Foxtrot, coming back to somewhere here. I think I maybe have put Terminal D in my notes, so kind of all the way back here on this end. And that's all I got to say about that. Am I going to go on after Houston, or is this the termination of my flight? Yeah, this is going to be it for me tonight, Dixie.
yeah, that's 722 from
I'm gonna.
he's cooking.
Whoops! Did they call on me?
Yeah, the 72 is usually due.
Did he try to call me? And Center Western 869. I'm sorry. Did I miss a radio call?
Sorry, I probably shouldn't talk like that on an open radio.
No worries. Actually, November 2, Romeo Foxtrot, contact you, center 134.42. Good night.
Over to Houston.
Some of those guys have been calling me Whiskey Alpha Lima, and I'm not listening for that, right? I'm listening to Western, and yeah, we're cooking.
You're a long way from New York.
New York Center.
We're 15,000 for 1,000.
All right, so here we go. We can make the flip over. So this is kind of what Tommy was talking about. And this is what I try to do to make this changeover. So we're 40 miles out from our next VR. So I'm gonna set the heading bug to keep us going straight this way. I'm gonna flip it over to heading mode, and I'm gonna swap over to 1530, which takes me from Abilene to Waco. Now I'm pointing towards Waco, and I'm checking the chart here. The chart's telling me I should be inbound. I should be grabbing the 282 outbound from Waco, which is going to be pretty close to where I'm at. 102. Yep, so I'm a little bit off, but again, I just try to center it up. And my main thing is I don't want to be too far off. Like I'm not right on the 282 outbound. I'm a degree off, but I'm still heading towards the VOR in what I think is close enough fashion that I'm just going to engage the heading or the localizer, and you can see you make a little bit of a course correction, but that's definitely not a drink spiller right there. If you wanted to be really, really correct about it, you'd bump it, you'd nudge it, over one more degree so that you're right on that correct inbound radial. But for the most part, if I'm just a degree off, I'll just keep it going straight in. And and we even pulled back on the speed a little bit, man. But we're really moving. We must have passed somebody. Wonder if that's who was talking about us. November 2 Romeo Foxtrot. Do I know who that is? That's a very it's a very familiar call sign. Hmm. Citation Max, but it's not him. I know, doggone it. There's so many guys that either fly under his or TBM 850. You know, Tango Bravo Mike 850. Yeah, it might be Steve-O 1 Canevo. Then the oh gosh, the 310 pilot guy. I kind of like flying, or when I see Martin Pauly's Bonanza call sign used. That's pretty cool. I thought your N number was the most overused number in Flight Sim there. Flight Sim dude? Was I wrong?
125.02, Delta 1514, good day.
It is. He is a. I've heard him a few times also, and I am also a fan of his. What I like and respect about him is that he will do Flight Sim with VAT Sim, and he also controls. He's a controller for on VAT Sim too. So, like, he just seems like a pretty down to earth dude that flies a jet and is like a rock star, you know. But it's pretty crazy that he'll start the day. I mean, this is kind of like a regular working day for him. He'll start the day in Queens or wherever he's from. He'll fly his citation out to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and like that's just what he does. I'm like, it's going to be about 4 hours. We're flying to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or we're flies to the Bahamas, or I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, what did we just do? Oh, geez, we just blew through. This was a short leg here. I need to turn 125, don't I? All right, 125. And we're going to be late on this turn because I let it go past. So we'll go more than 125, so we can pick that up. So we're outbound Waco 1530, just to make sure. Yep, 1530 outbound Waco. The next frequency that we're going to try to pick up is actually, no, I'm going to open up now. I'm going to open up the approach chart. Open up the approach chart here. And what are we? Waco, we should be outbound 09 or 3. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to turn quite so abruptly here, guys. Wow, hold on. Sorry, passengers. Now I overcorrected the wrong direction. 09 or 3, and I need to have the Cowboy VOR, the CVE 1620. It's going to start getting busy here now, guys. I apologize. I'm probably going to be a little less engaging than I even normally am here. 1620, that's up to the north a little bit, but what I'm going to attempt to do here, guys, is I'm going to pretend that I exited the Waco VOR on a 0903 like I was supposed to. I'm a little south of that track, but I'm going to switch it over to Cowboy now, and we're going to try to intercept this 160 heading. I'll show you what I'm doing here in just a second. Alright, there we go. So we're kind of, yeah, on a 90-degree intercept here. So this is what I was supposed to do, guys, after Waco, right here, Waco, fly on a 093 outbound. Then I've tuned in the Cowboy VOR with a 160 outbound, and that's what I've got to try to intercept here. And then I'll make my turn south off of that on a 154. So that's what we're looking to do here, and we're now officially on the arrival. Is that Rob? Is that the one that lived in Ohio and then like moved to California or something? And
Sorry, Western 816 forward.
flight sim dude's always switching years because you're trying to find one you can register with the FAA in the real world, and they're all taken. Oh man. November 5615. November is your daughter's birthday, your middle initial, and that's cool, dude. I hope that that works. I hope that goes through for you. Okay, we're just about to intercept. Let's turn south. Michigan. Oh, that's right, Michigan. Yep. Yeah, she's a talented kid. There's no doubt about that. To take on a move like that and to be able to fly like that is pretty cool.
Western 816 forward.
Up Western 816. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I showed you going flying past Waco. I thought you were going to make a right turn. Looks like you're in the turn now.
Yep, we struggling a little bit with this navigation today for some reason. I don't know, my brain's just not working right or something, but we're heading southbound now.
No problem. It's that old school 7-2, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on the Rice 8 arrival, hopefully.
Sure. I'll let Houston know. Actually, you can contact Houston Center now, 134.42 for Walker 816.
All right, 3472 Western 816. Wait, is that right? Actually, Western 816, can you confirm that frequency again?
Oh, yes, sir. Houston Center 134.42 for Walker. Sorry, Western 816.
134.42. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time. That's why I'm missing it. They're calling me Walker.
Falls 290.
Okay.
Dollar 40, climb and maintain flight level 290, turn right, heading 330.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I'm at here.
330 and 290 for the climb, $1.40.
Okay. Center, good evening, Western 816 at 310.
Western 816, Houston Center, hello. Let's see here. Pilots, descend and maintain flight level 240.
240, Western 816. Alright, here we go, guys. Pull back on the speed here. I want to get my airspeed down to, I don't know, somewhere about right there. And we'll use indicated airspeed mode to descend here.
Runway 18 cleared to land.
Clear to land to 180.
774, pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Right to the edge of the gear horn, and then we'll just let it.
774, pilot's discretion, descend and maintain.
Doesn't like to slow down. That's the one thing I love about this plane. It goes fast, and it doesn't want to slow down.
Forward center, November 2, Romeo Foxtrot.
All right, let's go to indicated speed. It might pitch up just slightly. Yeah, not too bad though. All right, we're 108 away from Cowboy. I think I can switch over here and track inbound now.
40 clear direct Walmart.
Direct Walmart, $1.40, thank you.
Navasota 1590.
Center FedEx 2150 with you, flight level 390.
FedEx 2150, Houston Center, hello.
Whoa, I'm way off. I'm way off. Holy moly, am I off? Wow. I should be going direct to Navasota 1590, and I'm like way off. Holy cow. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna turn. We're gonna turn a little bit here, don't we? I know we have a little bit of a crosswind, so I mean it's not totally unexpected that we're a little off, but that's like 30 degrees off there. I got to figure out what's going on here with my arrival. What are we on again here?
How far are you from top of descent?
Rice?
I don't really have a specified position, malicious one.
Just one, Roger. Pilot's discretion, descend and maintain flight level 180.
Okay, we're just going to do this.
Pilot's discretion, maintain.
I think I'm just going to fly it on heading mode. And that'll get us pretty close. So the idea now is we need to be tracking this until we're 34 away. And so we're right about there, 8 miles. And then we make another left-hand turn to 133 heading.
1468, Houston Center, hello. Squawk 7145 and ident.
Okay.
7145 out at 1468.
We're tracking, at that point we'll be tracking the Houston 1660 inbound. Get that set just so I can make sure that we're in the neighborhood. Alright, 37. I'm going to make that turn here in about 1 more mile, I think. Yeah, we're 73 away from that. We're on our way down to 240. Something I better do is arm the altitude so I don't blow through that. We're descending 1,500 to 2,000 feet per minute. That's not bad. All right, let's make that turn. 133. And flip over to 16.6 Houston VOR.
Center Delta 1460. Not sure if we could change our processor. Final altitude on our flight plan is 300. We amended it.
Ooh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Don't mind updating that.
Okay, now we can go back to localizer mode.
68, sure, I'll show you flight level 260.
All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. So far, so good.
4000, Houston Center, hello. Stand by 1 moment.
We're going to take this all the way down to the light intersection, which the light intersection is 12 miles from the VOR that we're tracking, which is the Humble. Sorry, I said Houston VOR. It's the Humble VOR, 116.6. And we're expecting to get a vector to the ILS, whatever approach. We haven't been given a runway yet, but we're expecting a vector before we get to 12 here. Okay. There was 1,000 to go, by the way. How's this looking? Yeah, not too bad. I think we're in good shape. This should go to ground now. So we can start to depressurize our aircraft.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, just continue on the driller 4 arrival. I'll have vectors for you in a moment.
Let's try to keep the speed somewhere about 270-ish, just so we can kind of stay in line. The one thing about this plane is if you let it get too slow, it gets kind of pitchy.
1468, radar contact, 6 miles north. West of Macomb VOR, altitude indicates level 260, welcome.
Okay, there we go. Let's think a little bit here about ref speeds. Landing, it'll be flaps 30, so VREF of 126, that's set. So our approach speed is going to be somewhere between 130 and 140. The good pilots go ref plus 5, but I try to keep it just in that area. And if we have to go around, that's our flaps up speed. Or if that's V2, sorry.
Maintain 6,000 vectors to final.
Heading 090, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors to final.
Stuck mic, baby. Stuck mic.
Romeo Foxtrot, expect the ILS runway 8 right approach. Correction, the ILS runway 27 left approach.
ILS runway 27 left. Can I get, is there any way I can get 26 left?
Yeah, no. I was waiting for you to read that back because I knew I said it wrong. ILS runway 26 left approach.
Affirmative. And can you get, I'm sorry, give me the heading again.
Flight heading 090.
090, I'm down to 6. November 2, Romeo Fox.
26 left is what we're hoping for. Okay, we're down here again. We're expecting 16,000.
Yeah, you want us to step to 380 for direction of flight?
763 heavy, you can stay on 370 for now.
Roger, I'll maintain 370 and 763 heavy.
$75, contact Fort Worth Center 135.175. Have a good flight.
135.175, $75, thank you.
Boy, we're kind of not, like, we're just wandering. We're not really tracking this needle very well today. This old bird has been a little bit quirky.
2 Romeo Foxtrot, descend and maintain 6,000.
I think we're going to taxi this guy right over to the Western Airline maintenance hangar and have him do the annual. Check the ball bearings and all the flathead screws.
American 22 Papa with you climbing 4,000 feet. American 22 Papa, Houston Center. Hello, clear direct Dreamer. Maintain 4,000 for now. Direct Dreamer, maintain 4,000, American 22 Papa. Western 816, descend and maintain 16,000, Houston altimeter 3039er.
Descend and maintain 16,000, 3039er, Western 816.
Air Force 4000, clear to the Charleston Kilo Charlie Hotel Sierra Airport as filed, maintain 5,000. Spike level 33010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency with me. Squawk 7.
Arm the altitude. It pitched up a little bit because I was a little bit fast, but it'll recover nicely.
Force 4000 is correct. 7426.
Everything's made with ball bearings. Yeah, you the guy from Ajax? Rob Bach reposted a link to Stevie Treisenmeister. The Bonanza girl.
909 Tango, welcome to Georgetown. You can taxi the terminal via your discretion. Monitor this frequency. Have a good night.
Okay. I'm going to spin the speed back a little bit here. I know it's going to level us out for just a moment, but I want to get down to 250.
2150 cross Audad at and maintain 1000 New Orleans altimeter 3039.
And then he said 3039er. Yep.
Cross Audad at 1000. FedEx 2150.
Center Southwest 3019, flight 4008 miles south of Greene County.
All right, let me just take a look here, just kind of blowing through the descent checklist again. I think everything looks good here. One thing I need to do is I need to see if my track IR is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, that looks good. That'll be ready.
Yeah, 1423 Houston Center.
I'm going to throw a little speed brake out here, just to get myself back on the descent profile, because again, we should get a vector here at no later than 12, and we're supposed to be at 16,000 here by the time we get to 12 DME. So I've got 6 miles to lose 4,000 feet. Not impossible, but I'm going to help out with the speed brake a little bit here, just to make sure I'm down there. The one thing that you really don't want to do with any plane, but especially this plane, is to be too high. Because then it's a struggle to get back down. There's George Bush, I think.
7367
Yep. There's George Bush. We're hoping for 26 left right there. There's 27 if we need it. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit high here, but that's okay.
Flight 16, fly heading 090, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors to final.
090 down 6,000, Western 816.
American 22 Papa, climb and maintain flight level 320. Climb and maintain 320, American
Okay.
22 Papa.
090. Down to
Houston
6.
Center, 2311 with you, that's like 1350.
Coast 3493, Houston Center, welcome. And there was 2 at once. Who else called?
Back on that descent here.
With you.
Okay, so now I can
Said 2311, Houston Center, hello.
put in my
774, descend via the Link 1 arrival.
ILS here.
Houston, altimeter 3039er.
1097.
United 774.
And if we happen to get runway 27,
Correction, runway 27 transition, my mistake. 27
that would be 1099. So we have both of those in just in case. We're going to plan on 26 left. We're going to hope for 26 left, I guess.
Arrival, fly the runway 27 transition.
Link 127 transition 7074.
Okay. Alright,
$40, contact.
pull back the speed brakes now.
1.175, have a good flight.
I'll go ahead and keep the speed down here at about 240.
63, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Good, and I need to arm the altitude. New altitude has been set at 6,000. Alright, 1097 is set. The approach course is going to be 267. Let's spin that around here. There we go. Yep. So we're basically on the right-hand downwind right now for the airfield. Can't really see it. Off to our right-hand side there.
Just one. Let me know when you have the weather notice for the Alexandria Airport.
Man, we're really struggling to keep the descent going
weather,
here.
And can I get a visual approach runway 32 malicious 1?
Medium auto brakes set.
Approach runway 32. Descend and maintain 10,000 Alexandria, altimeter 3040.
Okay, I'm going to go back to speed brakes here just to get my descent rate going back down.
Romeo Foxtrot, fly heading 180.
180, November 2, Romeo Fox.
Landing taxi lights are coming on. My speed bugs are set. Auto brakes are set. Flaps can start coming in here in just a little bit. Flaps to go. 200 is flap speed. Really like to be down closer to 220 on this approach, so we'll just keep spinning the speed bug down just a little bit. That's the bug that it chases in indicated airspeed mode, so that's kind of your VNAV.
2751.
All right, we've got the localizer and the glide slope.
2751. Actually, stand.
$1,000 to go. Speed brake is coming off.
2751, clear to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport via the Alamo 3 departure, Gabi transition, then it's filed, maintain 5,000, expect flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 7343, reback squawk only.
If we can be below the speed bug, we can start putting flaps in. So let's just try to keep the speed right about here.
Heading 240 for the 26 left localizer. November 2, Romeo Fox.
2751, your reback is correct.
All right, I need just double check, make sure I don't have any. I probably have an approach down here.
That turn was a little late. Sorry about that.
We have tower.
Join the 26 left localizer.
I'll set tower over here, 25, just so I have it. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna set that tower for Houston or George Bush is 2535. Just, I'm not setting this for anything other than just to remember the frequency. I don't have any idea which of these approaches I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna have to pay attention. That's not what I do best, but that's what I have to do. I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 2 here.
Force 4000, squawk ident. Wishes 1. Let's see here. See, you're headed north, of course. Same intentions.
Well, Charlie said that it's in the meeting 10,000, and but then give me heading, so I wasn't sure if I should just keep going to the airport as filed.
1, roger. You can fly present heading, descend and maintain 3000.
Alright, present heading, descend and maintain 3,000, was just 1.
Actually, you know what?
75, descend via link 1 arrival, Houston altimeter 3039er, flight at 9 transition.
Via the link 1 and the 9 transition.
Kind of overspeed my flaps here a little bit because I messed up. I didn't have the altimeter set, so I had to bump that in, and it kicked me up about 300 feet. But the altitude hold accounted for.
Maintain 3,000, November 2, Romeo Fox.
Hold 816, fly heading 180, descend and maintain 4000.
180 down to 4,000, Delta, Western 816. All right, here we go. 180 and 4,000.
775, fly the runway 9 transition. Romeo Foxtrot, cleared out west runway 26 left approach.
Flaps 5 coming in.
Houston Center, November 301 Alpha Zulu, flight level 340.
It's a nice day out. I think we maybe should try to hand fly this baby. What do you guys say? Pretty well leveled out here.
Center, hello. Romeo Foxtrot, contact Houston Tower 125.35. Have a good night.
See how we do.
Thanks for the great ATC.
Turn 816, turn right, heading 290. Join the 26 left localizer.
Right turn 290, join the 26 left localizer, Western 816.
Turn 816, amend your turn right heading 280, join the 26 left localizer.
280 and join the localizer, 816. Alright, we're going to level off at 4,000.
Zulu, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Speed looks okay.
Up to flight level 400, 3 miles.
Coming around 280 is what we want.
Western 816, descend and maintain 3000.
3,000, Western 816. Okay, there's 280. Must be reverse sensing or something.
2150, contact New Orleans approach 125.5.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
25.5, good night. FedEx 2150. WestJet 2311, cross Audad at and maintain 11,000 and 250 knots.
Okay, having trouble seeing the airport right now because of the sun. But we're below the glide slope and left of the localizer. 300 to go until we level off, and then we'll start to throw some flaps out. 21 miles to the field. There's 3,000.
Altitude indicates 10,400. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Gonna trade some airspeed here to hold this altitude.
And 2751, runway 13 right, taxi via Golf 2 Golf.
Comes the localizer. Just about missed it. I was looking at my speed charts there.
Malicious 1, turn left heading 140.
Left 140, malicious 1.
Let's hold 3,000 if we can here.
Runway 9 transition. position on the link 1, arrival does not make any sense.
775, standby.
Want to keep 180 until...
Contact, here. Maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS runway 26 left approach.
Maintain 3000 till established, cleared ILS 26 left approach, Western 816.
Western 816, contact Houston Tower on 125.35. Have a good night.
2535, we'll see it.
775, that's my mistake. Sorry about that. For some reason, I have ease flow stuck in my head tonight. Fly the runway 27 transition.
Sliding off the localizer just a little bit here, and we're not holding 3000 very well. Dang it. Come on, baby. Come on.
For 1, contact Houston Center 134.43 today.
Yeah, that's better.
134. Crushing, can you get the frequency again? It sounds like 441 heavy.
Houston Center 134.42.
Dang it. There was that ultra loud sound. I thought they got that fixed. Oh well. Well, we didn't do a very good job of maintaining 3000. That's definitely not okay. Our speed got a little bit low on us also here. We're not flying it like a queen of the skies tonight, that's for sure. Okay, I'm trying to sneak back up to 3000 before I contact tower, so at least
Tower United 46 heavy, checking to see if you've got a PDC for us.
still 11 out here. I'm going to go ahead and put flaps 20 in. Okay. It's out there somewhere. There it is. Boy, tough sun. Man, oh man.
Tower Skyhawk, go fix them, holding short 1-5 left.
7 Golf X-ray Lima, hold short 1-5 left.
Hold short 1-5 left.
Tower, hello, Western 816 on the final 26 left. Now way too high.
Walker, 816, continue.
Walker. It's just such a...
November 2, Romeo Foxtrot,
Just don't see it very often anymore, so it crosses up the ATC sometimes. That's okay. It's fun.
You know, it just put me where I wasn't really. Just put me just at any open stand.
There we go. Flaps 30. Gear is down. Okay, we're fully configured. We're actually somehow on the glide slope and on the localizer.
November 2, Romeo Foxtrot. Taxi to signature via November Alpha. Whiskey Alpha. Whiskey Charlie.
And he's broken. Goodness.
Over to signature via November Alpha Whiskey Papa Whiskey Charlie to signature November 2 Romeo Fox.
November Golf X-ray Lima runway 15 left. You're clear for takeoff on departure. Fly running heading.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, Golf X-ray now.
Walker 816 runway 26 left. Clear land.
26 left, cleared land, Western 816. Oh, yeah, we're sliding off a little bit here again. Come on, baby. Get over there. Get over there. This is a fun approach to make at night because the night lighting around here is pretty cool. All these metro areas. It's quite pretty. Just a little too high though. Chop and drop, baby. Man, for it being calm, I feel like I'm getting pushed to the right.
500. 400. 300. 200.
Inner marker.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
A little bit left. Fly the nose down, nice and easy. Alright, reversers. Not going to make that high speed. knots. Auto brakes disengaged. Let's see if we can get this one here. Oh, this is a high speed the other way. Nope. There we go. We'll take this. Yeah, I'll take that. That wasn't too bad.
Golf X-ray Lima contact Houston Center 134.42. Good day, sir.
There goes Citation Max.
Western 816, which terminal would you be requesting today, sir?
We're going to be, I think it's the, well, we're on the north side here. I think it's the Charlie terminal, back towards the east end.
Yes, sir. Western 816, back to the Charlie terminal. November Alpha, November Juliet.
All right, November Alpha, November Juliet to Charlie. Thanks for the help, November Western 816. All right, guys, we're here.
At Tower United 46 Heavy is at Echo 7 with Yankee ready
Let's
for
clean the flaps up. Make sure that the speed brake is cleaned up. Since I have the time sliders switched around, I really don't need to have the taxi lights on and the turn-off lights. I can even take the strobies off.
I know this is technically on a threshold here on 15 left, but I'm clear to cross it, right?
And welcome, everybody. But that ended up not being half bad at the end. We were a little bit high there for a while, but we had plenty of time to recover. Turnerburn just checking in. How are you, man? Good to see you. It's a long flight. Yeah, it was a pretty long flight, but it was fun. It was really fun. It's been a great day, you guys. Thanks for being a part of it.
November Alpha to...
This is November Juliet. We have November Juliet. Where we're going. Happy Pappy's doing a historical route himself. What are you doing there? By the way, good evening, Happy Pappy. Thanks for joining us, man. Skull, my friend. Back is feeling better, Turnerburn. Hopefully my landing, maybe just the right amount of adjustment there to get that spine feeling good. Alright, so we're in here. We do not have a gate in mind. I think we have some freeware add-on to this airport, so it's marked fairly well, but we're just going to kind of come over here. The Charlie Charlie area is down here at the far end, and I honestly don't. I didn't. I really didn't do much research into like where the old Western Airlines gates used to be. So we're just winging it. The APU going. And which one of these gates looks good? This one right here, I think, looks like our baby. There we go. kind of a fast parking job there, wasn't it? Turn and burn. This is the FlyJ Sim 727. Excuse me. Set the brakes. Let's make sure that APU power and close the switch there. Yep. You can get this thing shut down. Yeah, well, you just caught us right at the very end, Turn and Burn. We just finished an historic leg for this 727, this Western Airlines 727. And yeah, we flew from Boise down to George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Put the APU bleeds on. We'll keep all the power and everything to the galley and all that good stuff for people that are getting off the plane. And I think we can go ahead and turn the passenger signs off. I think we're there.
United 467 is ready to taxi.
We've got Iowa Scotsman checking in as well. Iowa Scotsman, hello. Seems like you did this the other night. You caught me right at the very end of the stream, buddy. But glad you're here, man. Yep, Turn and Burn, I'm happy. Been a very good day. This was a very good flight, and I'm just about to do the replay. Let's disconnect from ATC, and let's take a look at the replay, and we can also take a look at the Volanta touchdown report. So overall, I think a passable landing. You know, the approach was a little bit iffy, but not horrible. All right, where do we want to go? Somewhere about there. I can't give you a wing view though because I don't have one of those set. But I can give you some exterior views. We got all the boards out, that's for sure. Rob, thanks very much for the compliment there, man. And yes, you did scare me again with the 747 Queen of the Sky sound. Gets me every time. This was an ultra long replay. Wow, holy moly! Iowa Scotsman, it's yeah, it's our kind of plane, man. It's just so much fun. Did I overflare it? Yeah, it's settled in. I flared maybe a little high, but it settled in there fairly nicely, I think. little bit left to center, and I kind of was able to wiggle it back in. And yeah, a little wing shake. That'll register. That'll be a 250 or so, don't you think? What's the tower view look like? That'll be a G and a half. But it was nice and stable overall, and I managed to get it back in on the center line, and we definitely were in the touchdown zone. Perch. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. That's how they always looked. Tommy's saying when you spotted them with your dad. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. There's always that little bit of float. Yeah, if you could time it just right. I mean, I'm sure those guys get pretty good. So maybe you're dropping it down from about 3 or 4 feet instead of 10 feet. But what's Volanta have to say about this one? Let's. Did I have? I might not have had the flight in here, guys. Holy cow. Boise to George Bush. I can put the... I don't have the flight plan. Okay, we'll just end it here. And I don't know. Maybe it's not going to give it to me. Sometimes it gets funky. It's been one of those funky nights. Oh, there it is. Okay, what do I have statistics-wise? Yep, G and a half, 177. Landing speed was pretty good. And again, like I say, I managed to get it back on center line and in the touchdown zone. So, yeah, I'll take that. I will take that every day of the week in this plane. So, anyway, yeah, man. Maple Aviation, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Sorry you're just kind of getting in here right at the last little bit, but awesome to see you. Awesome to see you. What do we have here? Oh, I was going to go over and visit him. No, we are not going to be able to. Let's see. Let me cue the outro here first, and then we'll figure out kind of where we're going, who we're going to go raid. We'll definitely go over and give some people some love. Yeah, let's wrap things up here. KGEG Flyer, hello. I am not tonight there. Sorry. But I'm going to actually talk a little bit about what I've got coming up here, because I do have some flights that hopefully you can come back for and hang out. Our next scheduled flight is actually Tuesday. It's the Virtual USA Flying Club's Traveling the Wilderness Road, and I'm going to be flying that in the actually now I don't know what I'm flying it in. I think I might be flying it in. Well, I was kicking around either doing the V-Flight Aero or the Just Flight Aero. I'm not 100%, or the Warrior. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it'll be Tuesday night. That's a 5 p.m. start, which now I think is 1 o'clock Zulu, not midnight Zulu anymore, because we have the whole spring forward deal there. So Steve is lobbying for the V-Flight Air, and I think that might be what we had. But anyway, that's coming up Tuesday. That's my next scheduled flight. And for those of you coming in like KGEG Flyer, which by the way, thanks for the follow, and great to have you. My normal streaming times are Tuesdays and Thursdays at right around 1 a.m. Zulu. And then again on Saturdays, and I'll usually do that a little bit earlier in the day. Like today, it was about 4 p.m. my time, 6 o'clock Eastern, 2300 Zulu. You pick your poison, whatever it was. But that's so Tuesday is the next scheduled flight. Then Thursday, I actually have some church obligations, so will not be streaming Thursday. And then so that means Saturday, the 19th is the next stream after that, and we're going to be doing the Bravo tour. We have a long leg in the Bravo tour. We'll be jumping back in that Felis 747, and we'll be flying from Andrews Air Force Base out there in the Washington area all the way out to Las Vegas. So that'll be a lot of fun. That's a 2 p.m. Mountain start, so 4 Eastern. 2300 or midnight, whatever it is, Zulu. You guys know how terrible I am at that. But that's kind of what my next week looks like, and hopefully you can stop in and join us on some of those flights. Want to give a thank you again, KGEG Flyer, for the follow. Rock Valkyrie, a couple of gift ascriptions today to that Flight Sim Dude, to FlightWire, and then our new friend Nate, FlightWire. Thank you also for the follow. Great to meet you, and looking forward again to hanging out with you guys back on stream and also in the Discord there. Thanks to everybody else who came by. That Flight Sim Dude, Steve99, Turn and Burn. Let's see who else. Maple Aviation got here right at the end. So did Iowa Scotsman. Great to see you guys, even if it was only for just a little bit. And then let's see, who else did we have? I'm going to scroll up here. We had lots of good people. Fixie, Good Fixins was in here quite a bit tonight. 4-day for me. Great to see you. Downwind Sim, great to see you again. Thanks for coming and stopping by. And that's as far up as I can scroll, so I'm sure there were some others, and every one of you, thank you so much. We did have a suggestion for a suggestion for Mover CWL, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not familiar with that channel, so let me go take a look here. See if I can, first of all, I can find it and see what they're doing, what they're flying. They're DCS World guys. You know what? I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's in a Huey, I think, or something. Yeah, it looks cool. Let's go give Mover CWL a raid. I have no idea what his content is or his rating level, so just take that at your own risk. But let's go toss him a couple of raid emotes and maybe a flaming dragon or something, and go say hi, and I'll meet you over there. Alright guys, I will catch you on Tuesday. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. Spend a little time with your family, and have a fun, relaxing Sunday if I don't talk to you. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. God bless.